Hello, welcome to Sewing Street. It's not 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 1:05 in the afternoon. We are celebrating Vicky's baby shower. She did 4 hours this morning. I've just done an hour on Yarn Lane. Now we're back with Sewing Street for the next 3 hours. Me and Jules Mayouf are here with you. Right, before we start, have a look at the menu for the rest of the afternoon. Here it is, the menu. That's just me sanitising after the break. Right. There you go, that's it. We've already done Yarn Lane, baby knits. That's all finished and done. 1 o'clock now is Love from Beth, Baby Changer Sewing Pattern with Jules Mayouf. Then at 2 o'clock it's me. Now, this is where you're going to get a bit confused. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Baby Kits revisited at 2 o'clock. And then 3 o'clock, Fun with Fat Quarters with Jules Mayouf. And we're using Wendy Gardner's brand new book. Well, we're launching it here. Right, I just need to tell you about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, all the products are from Yarn Lane. But then we're not going back to Yarn Lane. Don't worry. We're staying here on Sewing Street, but all those baby kits are on from Yarn Lane. I think there might be 2 panels or something from Sewing Street, but the rest is all from Yarn Lane. But it's fabulous, gorgeous. I'm not complaining, but I'm just telling you. What do you mean? I'm not complaining. I don't complain anymore. Everything that's been shown today so far that Vic's had for the first 4 hours are all underneath us. Oh, there's some Guess How Much I Love You. Now, I don't know that story. I was watching and Vix and Kat were going, oh, it's reminded me of this, it reminds me of that. Oh, I remember having... Nobody read it to me. How Much Do I Love You? Did you read to your children? No. No, Jules didn't read to her children either.
I read a different version.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't that one.
We'll come back to that. It looked very Christmassy to me. Is it a Christmas story? It was all robins and holly and everything, wasn't it? Oh, it's about a rabbit. Okay, then. Hello, John. Fancy seeing you here. I know. Hello, Alan. And then Jenny says, hi, forgot about it, been busy at work. When is it on repeat? What are you talking about, Jenny? Yarn Lane? I don't know. When does it, I guess, goes to YouTube, I think, Yarn Lane, doesn't it? Just goes on YouTube, I think, Yarn Lane. Right, have a look at this. This is the baby changer. You can't change your baby. You can't change your baby. Right, okay. Now, to be honest, it's a very little bit. I don't know, because I've not had a newborn, but it looks like a very little baby. Anyway, look. So, this is that, I'm sorry, I've got a story about this fabric, right? And I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you it or not, but when Hannah went to university, her mum sent her off to university with a sheet made out of this to put underneath. I think it's because, not that Hannah might have an accident, but how many years of people have slept in that bed? And I think it was a lovely thought, but Hannah still finds it. Anyway, look. So it's a gorgeous little, it's a Beth Studley design, gorgeous quilted top here. Then you open it out like this, and then inside there are little pockets there. And then you change the baby here. You've got that fabric, now it's called nursery sheeting, I think I said, doesn't it? Yeah. Nursery sheeting on there. If you in the bundle, that all comes in the bundle. So I'll show you the 4 bundles that I've got at the moment. So, right, so there's one touch fastening on there as well. So now, here is this one. The bundle to make this one is here. So what you get is there you go. You get the pattern, finished size 12.5 by 9 inches, skill level medium. It's a design by Beth Studley. You get 2 meters of fabric. So you get 1 meter of this fabric and 1 meter of this fabric. And you get 1/2 meter of the nursery sheeting fabric, which is the rubberized fabric there. Now, nursery sheeting looks like it could be very wide. Oh, my word. There you go. It's very, very wide. Very wide. You get that in the kit anyway. So you get all of that for £22.99. Okay, so that's there. So that's that bundle. You get all of that for that bundle, £22.99. The one that Jules is going to demo in is this one, which is, oh, I love that fabric. So you've got shooting stars, little colourful stars. You've got half moon or crescent moons, 1 metre of that, 1 metre of the pink, the pattern, and 1/2 metre of the nursery fabric, sheeting fabric. £22.99. Okay. Then, then the next one is a blue one. So it's 1 metre of the blue stripe, 1 metre of the blue spot, the nursery fabric plus the pattern. Loads of people have been on pre-order, and lots of people have pre-ordered this one. It's very contemporary. And maybe, well, like Vix was saying this morning at 8 o'clock, she was saying all her friends have all had babies and they've all got little boys. So you're not contemporary, Paul. You're too old to be contemporary now. You're stylish, Paul, and fashionable, but you're not contemporary. Right, and then this is the last one here. Now, this is an unusual mix of fabrics, this one. So you get a metre of the floral, a metre of... Is this one nude? Okay, it might not be. We'll have a look in a minute. And half a metre of the nursery sheeting, plus the pattern. Oh, it's peach. Oh, dear, you don't want your skin to be peach. Oh, no, they say peachy, don't they? Peachy skin. Do you know what? I've used hairspray for the first time today since 1976 because it was getting in the way and it's actually working, isn't it? Little Paul too. Right, okay. Now, do you want the pattern on its own? Pattern on its own is here. So Beth Studley, love from Beth. Okay, according to the stock of the pattern, had already gone on its own. Yeah, it's just one size, but I imagine you could size, because it doesn't look, there's no pattern, I don't think, is there? So you could size, it's like when we did the Beth notepad book on Sunday, didn't we? You can make it bigger or well, you don't want to make it any smaller, but you could make it bigger if you've got twins or a bigger baby. Oh no, you wouldn't do them at the same time. Or little Paul, you know. £6.50. Okay, and then last but not least, in this bit here, I've got... Oh, no, it's not last, actually. If you want to buy this by the half... Now, is it by the half metre or is it cut in half metre pieces? Oh, hang on. We might have... Okay, we're just looking for it now. By the half metre, so if you bought a metre, it would come in a metre piece. At £3.49. No, it's a good idea. Also, if you want to make a saucy nurse's outfit... You could use that, couldn't you? Because you've seen them on the Carry On films and everything. That'd be quite nice. Or what? No, don't worry. Okay, now, you will need some form of wadding, or, yes, wadding to go inside it. What we've got here on the desk is this, which is the 2 ounce. 2 ounce. Vix is still here. Could you pack away that last hour for us, Vix, before you go? Yeah, likely. Oh, Vix, did you see the postman brought something for you and I just put it on top of your bag? Okay. It's not a baby.
That's the stalk.
Yeah, no. $3.99. No. It's one of those weird days today. Hannah just said she hopes the postman brings her a baby soon. Well, she quite fancies postman, but there you go. Now, also, what Jules, right? She made one using this and one using H640. So H640 was on earlier, so can we play it through again? H640. If you want to get H640, it's $9.99. Now that's a 1 metre piece that comes in. It doesn't come joined together. You're not showing anything. You're not showing anything. Now we'll ask Jules what she thinks, in her opinion, is better. Me personally, I think H640. What else can? Glennie says hello. Sylv says hi, John. How lovely you to do a special birthday show for me. Oh, it's your birthday today, Sylv. Happy birthday. And it's Baffa's birthday today as well. Oh, and we'll come to Jules in a second. You can tell the A-team is back. Not much remains private. Love to you all from Anne. And the B-team are still here. What, you saying the B-team are professional? Is that what you said? You can tell the A-team is back. Not much remains private. Love you all. Anne. So Claire says, I thought storks brought babies, not postmen. And very quickly, good afternoon, Jean says, we've just had our 13th birthday girl born in the family this week. Not all, Jean hasn't had them all. Trudy says, hope you're enjoying Vicky's baby shower. Has she been sitting on the stool? No, she's sitting, we've got a chair, and if you sit in it, you get pregnant. So everyone's been trying. Hannah sat in it. Emma sat in it, little Paul has sat in it, so we'll wait and see what happens. Yes, right, okay, Jules, hello. Hello.
You can tell it's a mad afternoon.
Oh, it's just... Oh, little Paul. Hannah's been nasty to little Paul.
Oh, but don't be nasty. Oh, bless.
Right, okay, Jules. So now, what do you think, H640 or wadding?
H640.
H640.
Only because it's a little bit more firm to work with.
So I've got the...
You've got the H640.
So yours is better than this then?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's more kind of squidgy. But also, when you're doing the first bit of the quilting on the top,
Oh, yes.
it's just a bit more stabilised.
Oh, it's nicer to do because
Yeah.
the H640's got a
Iron-on
side to it,
Yeah.
so it's there to.
So if you were doing the polywadding, then you'd need to do some 505 on it, really.
And also maybe get a piece of muslin or something just
Yeah.
to put.
Because my machine is having a bit of a nightmare at the minute, but
Oh,
my
is it?
machine didn't like doing the wavy lines through it, so I had to go really slowly and carefully, which
Okay.
is not me. So yeah, it's much.
Perfect. Now I've got to remind you as well, everybody that buys something today goes into an automatic draw. You don't need to do a code or anything like that. Your name will just go into the, virtual hat. You could win a
Very
book,
nice.
a tulip pink strips, design roll, and a ruler for log cabins. So one person, all your names will go in a hat, one person will win that.
Very nice fabric. The tulip.
Say that again. Oh, somebody said, could you use the nursery sheeting for inside of a lunch bag? Yeah, of course
Yeah.
you could. Yeah, of course you could, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't feel like the old-fashioned rubber blankets, rubber sheets when I was little, but it's kind of, yeah, you could do. Anything waterproofy like that. Pockets in a wash bag and things like that.
The only thing is you just need to watch your seams. You don't want to be sewing too much because every time your needle pierces it, there is a hole.
Oh,
so
yes,
just
of
to be
course.
aware of that really. And if you're
Yeah.
going to use it inside a lunch bag, you might want to wrap your seams. So
Right.
put some bias binding over the tops of your seams and seal them in.
Perfect. Right, let's get on with this then. Let's do this.
So just a quickie about that, the sheeting.
Oh, yes.
I was able, because I did quite a few samples, I was able to do 2 full lengths of it, and then the other one, which I've got in here, I'll just show you what I did in this one. So this isn't a full one. I've pieced it together and used some strips and sewn over the top.
Oh, so basically you can make 2 complete ones out of it and enough to patch a third one if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Also, a metre of fabrics. That's looked quite a lot.
Well, this is, if you see what I've got here, this is about half a metre. This is 24 wide.
Yeah.
So you get 2 of those. It just depends if your fabric is directional.
Okay.
But even on this one, which is directional, you can still do it.
Well, yes, because you put the pockets upside down if you want on this, can't you?
You can.
Saying nothing.
Thank you, John.
I'm not saying anything.
Do you know what? You know that lady that said about the secrets?
Yeah.
Anne. Thank you, Anne. You realise.
You don't mind, though, do you?
No,
Not
of course I
complain,
don't.
no. Right, okay, so what Beth says you need is you need 26 by 21 inches of the outer fabric, 16 by 27 of the lining, which is, in this case, is this one. Yeah, which is this. No. It's the lining.
Oh,
is
the lining is
orange.
the orange. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going, yeah.
Wadding, 24 by 21. Iron-on interfacing. Have you got iron-on interfacing in yours?
Yes, I have. That goes into the pockets.
Okay,
which
we
we'll
haven't
do
got
in a
iron-on
bit.
interfacing, have we, Hannah?
We'll do that in a little bit. It's just your medium weight. You've got it on the website, I think.
And you need 7.5 inches now. It does say on here Velcro, but other one-touch fastenings are available.
Yeah, it's just hooky loopy stuff.
Right.
Okay, so the first thing that you'll do is you'll cut your main piece,
Right.
and then you want to fix it to your wadding. So what you'll do is you'll iron it on the back if it's a H640, and then do some just generalised. Beth does this a lot. She just does some generalised stitching together so that you've actually quilted this piece. So that's all you'll do. And then this is the piece that you actually cut your main pieces out of. So don't go merrily cutting at the beginning.
Right.
Read your instructions.
Yeah.
The other thing that I will say, and this happens a lot with Beth's, because you put so much into them and so many photographs into them, sometimes the photographs aren't on the same page as the
Right.
instruction, but she will always give you a figure number. So just read it through and watch your figure numbers.
But this
that's
is
all.
what I always say, whenever you get any pattern, doesn't matter if it's dressmaking, quilting, bag maker, anything, always sit down with a cup of tea to begin with and
Yeah.
read. Don't start by doing it straight away.
No, just have a look to see where you're going with it. And then the first piece that you'll cut will be 13 by 23.
Right.
So I've quilted this piece, just general quilting. I would say, I mean, she's saying half an inch to an inch on the depth of the quilting. With the H640, half an inch to an inch is fine. With the polywadding, if you go less than half an inch, you'll be in trouble. It gathers the fabric, so just be careful what you've got, really.
Amanda, no, you can't watch on Freeview this afternoon. Sorry, on the Freeview, on their page, it says you can, but we can't because our Freeview channel goes to is it Jewelry Maker or one of the other sister channels there. Nikki says, afternoon all, I've made this mat a couple of times as gifts and it's always been well received. Beth's instructions are great, but do read through it first a couple of times. Loving the shows today. Thank you.
Yeah,
Glennis is watching on her computer. Martina says good afternoon and Lo says afternoon all. Right.
So I use my mat and a combination of the mat and the ruler.
Yeah.
When I'd love one of these big mats, but you know, we go with what we've got.
They're for sale on the website.
I'd like a big table like this to go with it.
Okay,
But
yes, that would help.
I have challenges with the space that I use. But anyway, never mind, it's all fine. Don't sympathise.
Your daughter's not left home yet?
Yeah.
Oh, then you can use one of their bedrooms.
No, I've still got one left at home.
Oh, yeah, but she can keep her bedroom.
No, it's the same bedroom.
Oh. Well,
Chuck the husband out.
Yeah. When I left home, I went back about 3 weeks later, and my whole
moved
bedroom
everything.
completely cleared out. It was like a lovely guest room with pink roses and frilly bedding and nice furniture.
Did that not suit you though?
Well, no. But also, it wasn't
Do you
made
not
for
like
me. It was
pink?
like, no, this is our guest room now. It's like, oh, okay.
And you're not a guest. So the other two pieces that you'll want are, and all I'm doing is just squaring off the ends, really.
So
just
when you
normal
cut
stuff.
that big rectangle out,
Yeah.
don't just cut it out willy-nilly. Cut it out because you're going to have to cut other pieces out of the same thing. Yeah.
And then the other pieces are 6.5. So if you've got your 6.5 inch ruler, that it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I haven't got that one here. So and then 6.5 by 8 and a bit, 8.5. And the reason that I'm doing all of this, you think, well, she's lazy. What's it? She hasn't done any prep. I thought it would just be useful to see how you cut it out of that piece, so you know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
And also think about the direction of your fabric at this point.
Oh, are these the pockets you're cutting out now then?
Yeah, these are the
Oh,
pockets.
the pocket flaps, yeah.
Pocket flaps. So if you had a pattern and you wanted to try and match it, you've got enough wriggle room to move up and down if you wanted to. And then your final bit, which you think, oh, I need about half a dozen of these. It's a 2 3/4 by 3 inches. And then this is your little ripstop bit for the centre.
Oh,
so where
yes,
the pockets join together.
Yeah.
So that's this bit. So this is all of the outside. So these are all called the outside pieces.
Yeah.
Just to refer you back to the pattern.
Lovely.
So you've got all of those. And I have cut all the inside lining pieces as well, so you won't have to watch me do that. Then the first thing that you'll do is take your hook and loop, rip it apart, and you want, so if you're thinking where the baby's going to sit,
Right.
this will just remind you, you want the soft bit on the oilcloth, so that when you put your baby down, it doesn't get all its hair stuck in it.
Yes, I see what you mean, yeah.
So the other piece you want on the outside, and this is going to be your seal at the bottom of the bag, and we want to go in the centre. So just roughly mark your centre.
Yeah. Remember, the One Touch Fastening does not come in your bundle. You have to buy it for 99 pence. It's not made by Velcro, this one. White hook and loop tape. You get a metre. You get a metre of it. And what width is it? 20 millimetres. Yeah, that's this one. Yeah, that's this one.
And it's 1.5 down. So you just roughly put that into there. And you'll just want to pin that in place because you're going to now sew around it. Beth recommends you sewing around it twice.
Right.
Just so that it's a bit more secure. Just be careful on your pins because it's quite, this is kind of plastic on the back. So you've just got to make sure that you've gone all the way through it. And then you'll be sewing around it. As I say, you can sew around it twice if you want to. I'll just sew around it once. Normal stitch, you might want to lengthen the stitch.
Yeah.
But, and there's a little, on the hook and loop, there's a little clear space bit. So if you go into the clear space as opposed to going over the hooks or the loops.
Oh, yeah, yeah, there's a little ridge to it, isn't it? You can just stitch down.
You might not, I mean, obviously over the end, you're going to have to go through it,
Yes.
but just so it's a bit easier around the main part of it.
The nursery sheeting's about to sell out on its own, but we have got a alternative method. If that does sell out, you get it in your bundle, so don't worry. But I'm just thinking, because you've got the pattern at home, then you might want to make it for more people. And we've got, if you can't get the nursery sheeting, we've got another option for you.
Right, okay, so gone all the way around there.
Sue says, my grandparents moved house without telling my dad. He came home one day to find his stuff in the street. He had to go to my great-grandma's house instead. Oh.
That's a shocker.
Oh, no. That happened to a friend of Hannah's as well.
So that's that first little bit done.
Yeah.
We'll get some more. And then you will do your pockets. That's the next bit. So save your other piece. Just hold on to that for the moment because you'll be doing that onto the oilcloth bit, which I've already done. So this is a stage when you'll do it onto the oilcloth, but I've already done it because I've moved on a little bit. So imagine you've done that. So hang on to that bit. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go and do the pockets. I quite enjoyed doing the pockets actually.
Why?
Because I just like the way they formed. I thought it was quite a neat way of doing it, and it's one of those transferable skill things, isn't it? So you can do all sorts with.
It's like a bucket pocket. They're like bucket pockets, aren't they?
Yeah. So
I'll
first,
show those. Right.
So the first thing that you'll do is you'll take your pocket lining. So we're going on to the lining pieces now. So put these two outside pieces to the side.
Right.
And take your lining piece, and you will have two pieces. So you'll have a small piece and you'll have a bigger piece. It's the bigger piece we're working on first of all. So fold it in half to the short ends. Just mark your centre. And then take your interfacing. So this is where we want our iron-on interfacing. And line it up. Now the way that I did it was I made sure I got a straight edge on the interfacing and lined it up with the fold. And then if you've got anything coming out the bottom, it doesn't matter so much.
Oh, sorry, it's been run through already. Sorry.
And then just fold it over so it's all squared up. Downstairs for the iron. And then just iron it on. So you'll do this, the same thing for the both pocket pieces. Yeah. And then what you're going to do,
so you've got, your piece of fabric, interfacing in between it, and then you just fold it over.
Yes, so it's only stuck to one side.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I want this to be crisp anyway, so you may as well do the whole process in one.
Yeah.
You know me, skip as many corners as we can. And then the next thing is we're just going to top stitch it, but not top stitch it right close to the edge, about 1/2 inch down.
Right.
Or you can do it 1/4 inch, it doesn't really, it's your choice.
Yeah,
so I've done one already, so I'll try and match that one. Yes, of course, that's
I'm saying nothing. If you hadn't told me,
I know.
I wouldn't have known.
This is what I'm going to say about secrets. I'm just not.
Just don't tell me in future.
Well, it wasn't a secret. It was just a.
But it doesn't matter. Basically, I'll just explain. On this one, if you open it, you see the pocket. This is directional fabric. The pockets are the right way up. On the one Jules has got on her desk, they're upside down. But you don't notice because you never see it open. You never see them at the same time, so nobody's ever going to know, are they? It doesn't matter. What's very popular? This one, very popular. This one.
It's really cute fabric,
isn't it?
So the next thing you'll do is you'll be tempted to do that. Don't. It's the short end top to bottom.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to match up, and don't worry, there's too much. That's the right thing. So you're going to match up the edges of the bigger piece now, the folded over piece, to the bottom, and just clip it.
Oh, that's what creates the bucket pocket then, isn't it? Yeah.
Just clip it in place along the sides. Now, Beth does say clip it and then work the bottom, and you don't need to sew. And I'm always in favour of not sewing where I don't need to. But here, I think you're wise to sew it.
Oh, okay.
Because I found it does slip.
Right.
So, and also you're going through a few pieces of fabric now. So, just to make sure. But when you're sewing it, you want to sew inside your seam allowance. So your seam allowances are all 1/4 inch. Mm-hmm. So I would sew about 1/8 inch, couple of millimetres, just along this edge, just to secure that
it's just a
pocket
basting,
piece.
so you just put a basting stitch.
Yeah. So yeah, you can use a longer stitch if you wanted
Yeah.
to. So if we're going down, I've already got one that's done, but just to show you. So I'll come right across. Where have I gone?
You're right.
Sorry. Yes, that's it. Trying to get into. Is everything slippy? Okay, so just inside of where I would normally go. And then it allows you to be able to do the pleats neatly. And I'll show you the next bit because this is my favourite bit of the whole thing. Little things and use little.
Absolutely.
I just quite like the way it comes together.
Yes. All of Beth's designs are quite clever, aren't they? Simple but clever.
Yeah. And again, like we were saying before on other things, transferable skills. I mean, I'd definitely put this in a bag or, you know, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So now what you want to do is you're going to be folding this and you think, oh, how am I going to get on with that? Because it's just too floppy. So what you'll do is you'll take an inch mark. So either on your ruler or if you've got a mat, you can do it on your mat.
Yeah.
And I put my clip so that this side of the clip, so the side up furthest away from the seam that I've just sewn, is on the inch.
Right.
And do it on the bottom as well and on the other side.
Okay. There's fewer than 20 of the pattern on their own, by the way, just to warn you.
And then on the other side,
It does come in a bundle.
swing all your fabric across, line it up again, and you know this is lined up because you've measured, you've got a square of fabric, you haven't quilted or anything. And again, put your clip so that the edge is along the inch line, and the same at the bottom. Okay, so that's got your inch markers. Now what you don't want to do is swing it too far over so that you're sewing through it here, because otherwise your pocket won't open. So now I've got those at my inches. Show on this one, it's perhaps easier. Push it away from you.
Yeah.
So you're making a pleat, but then pull it back so that you've got enough space there. So a good ½ an inch.
So you're making a great, two knife pleats, creating a very wide box pleat there on the front of the pocket. Yeah.
And then just clip that over again. So everything holds into place, and do the same on the other side. For some reason I've shifted that, haven't I? There you go. So it's a push me, pull you kind of effect.
As long as the top one becomes the same size as the bottom one, you're fine. I mean, obviously don't make it so uneven it's all to one side, but you can give or take a little bit.
You can. And then just fold it over. And then this you can iron flat. So if you have a look at this one, which is, I took time over this and it's a bit neater. Yeah. So I've ironed that flat, and now what I'll do, so this is the stage where you would have sewn around all three sides to seal it in, but I just feel it's better, you've got a little bit of resistance there to make your pleats properly, and then you just sew across the bottom. So again, sewing in the seam allowance, and then that seals your pleats in. But you know, like simple things. When I'd finished this, I went, oh, yes, I've done that nice pocket. It's so nice. Got a very basic life. Right, okay, so that's your pocket ready to be dealt with.
Okay.
All right, so we've stitched around, imagine that you've stitched around the three corners now. And then the next thing that we'll do is we'll do the little flap, and then we'll construct the whole thing all together. Perfect. So the little flap is, you've got your outside piece and your inside piece, and also your little 1.5 inch piece of your hook and loop.
Yeah.
And the other piece of the hook and loop is going to attach to one of your pocket outsides. So if you take, it doesn't matter which piece, but I think Beth used the hook side again. Yeah, the hook side again, I think it was.
Would you mean it doesn't matter which one of the hooks or the fluffy bit? That
Yeah,
you take?
yeah. It does. What have I put on
You
there?
put the hooks on the underneath one
Okay.
and the fluffy one on the
Then I'll do
tab.
the same again. So on your lining piece, put your fluffy bit. Yeah.
Loops. The loops. The
The
fluffy
loops.
bit, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
loops. So we just sew around centrally to attach that onto there. And again, each of these, because you'll be using it hopefully quite a lot, you'll want to be making sure that you secure it well. So go around a couple of times. Corner bit. Okay, so that's that bit on there. And then we'll make this into a little tab now. So
Yeah.
right sides together. And then sew around. And just be careful you don't sew over the end of your hook and loop now.
Yeah.
So this is where you're going to trim and... Oh, hello.
Oh,
Hello. How did I come out?
you come
Oh,
unthreaded.
bear with. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no stitching at all.
No stitching.
Why don't
That's
we...
free arm stitching, that is.
Exactly. Let's just do the bundles again while we sort out your... The shooting star bundle, one we're working with, is here. So you get 1 metre of your shooting star fabric, 1 metre of your pink, 1/2 metre of your nursery sheeting fabric, plus the instructions. Okay, the sheeting fabric is sold out on its own, so the only way you can get that at the moment is in the kit. But you get everything. You get that. The only thing you need to buy is the one-touch fastening and the wadding. Oh yeah, the interfacing, the one-touch fast. Yeah, what did I say? Oh, and iron-on interfacing as well, but you should have that in your stock, shouldn't you? Right. No, not you. I didn't mean you should have it, otherwise you're in trouble.
You don't use a lot of the interfacing, to be fair.
It's what, Jules?
You don't use a lot of the interfacing,
No,
to be
exactly.
fair.
Thank you. Right, so let's do this one next then. In the wild. Oh, Joan, we've lost one of your mittens. Yeah. Anyway, this is £22.99. You get a metre, 1/2 metre, and the instructions. £22.99. And then I've got the blue stripe one, the contemporary one. Lots of the blue ones went on pre-order. So again, you get 1/2 metre of the nursery sheeting. You get the pink, no, that's blue, John. Blue stripe, blue spot, and you get the instructions. £22.99. And then last but not least, I've got the pink and peach Melba one. 1/2 metre of your nursery sheeting. 1 metre of the floral, 1 metre of the peach Melba. Messenger, thank you, Jane. Hi, John. I would have the peach option as peach is my surname. Oh, of course it is, Jane. Well, this is this one. Do people call you Peach Melba? Oh, pff. Hannah, that's very rude. I can't say that at 20 to 2 in the afternoon. I'm not saying on air. Pattern on its own. Very few of these left now. Hang on, where's that? Well, no, look, I'll show you. Look, right on the screen here. I was just a bit worried because it says that Sue has checked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, but this happened the other day with a tractor, and I said, well, tractor, you having problems? Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. 6.50. Right, I've also got the craft wadding. The 2 ounce half wad, no, 2 ounce. It's just as well there's not an afternoon shift here, isn't it? Because we're rubbish today.
It's chaos.
And then now I've also got H640, which I haven't got here, but I can put it through the graphics. And that's what Jules is... well, I agree. Jules is preferred wadding for it. There it is, $9.99. You get a 1 metre piece for that. 1 metre would be plenty, because you've only got 1 metre of fabric, haven't you? And then, of course, the one-touch fastening, which is not that famous branded one. Just so you know. Yep, it's a one-touch fastening or hook and bar. Hook and bar tape.
Hook and loop.
Hook and loop tape.
Are you thinking of the bar?
Hook and bars. No, hook and bars.
Sounds
what you put
German,
on the back of a
doesn't it?
costume.
Oh, okay.
You know the hook
Yes,
and
yes,
loops?
yes,
They're called
yes.
hook and bars. Yeah.
Ah.
And that's what's usually here. Oh no, I've got jeans on today, but what's the top of your trousers? 99p that. Now, if you buy 2 of those, you don't get them joined together. You get 2 little bags full like that. Right, where are you up to then?
Okay, so moved on. I've sewn that, turned it inside out and just top stitched it. So now you take your 2 outer pocket pieces and you gauge where your centre is by folding it over. I'm going to stitch the hook and loop piece on here.
Okay.
To correspond with this, and then I'm just going to, again, we can leave it with just a clip in it, but I prefer to just sew it around. So that's what I'm going to do now. So you can...
Baby boom is getting to you, says Trudy. Vic sat on that stool. No, I'm not. No, she didn't sit on this stool. Vic's stool's over there now. I'm back on my stool that Delphine made me a cushion for. Broadband problems, says Sue. Sorry. Oh, that's right. No, Sue, it's a different Sue. Sue that I was talking about, her surname finishes with an L, not Sue, whose surname starts with an L. Have you got to drive to Western after this, or are you going in the morning? I'm going in the morning, Claire. Couldn't go drive after this, could I? No. I haven't touched the fake Prosecco.
Right, okay, so we've got all of that done. Now we're going to attach the pockets together. Just because I've done so much prep, I can't remember where I'm at, but that's all fine. I know, get somebody else. So we're going to sew...
I was expecting you to come in one of your fancy dress costumes today.
Sorry. I look like I should be, but...
No, I'm thinking you're coming in a romper suit or something like that.
I never thought about it. If I thought about it, then perhaps it would have happened.
Next time.
So what you've got to think about now is just to make sure that these are going to go onto your main piece eventually. But what you want to do is make sure that the Velcro sides are the pieces in the centre. So the outside pieces are going to fit into the main body of the seam. So those are the pieces that you leave open.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to just put the right sides together of the pocket bag against the outside pocket piece. And you should just be able to line them up, clip them round. Now the piece that we're going to leave open is the one opposite the Velcro, the hook and loop.
Touch,
So it's there. I was doing so well. So we're going to just clip it around. And again, you've not done very much sewing on these pieces, so they should be fairly square.
Yes.
So, you know, have confidence that you can just sew around. And then you'll sew around with 1/4 inch, which will encapsulate the seams that you've already put into there.
Yeah, but you have to watch you don't catch your pleated pocket, don't you?
You do. When you get to that section, you can just usually feel it. But as you're clipping it on, make sure you clip it the other side of it, if that makes sense. Now you've jinxed me, haven't you, John? Because I will catch it, just to show you what not to do. Right, okay, so that's one.
Okay.
And exactly the same with the other. So, this one I didn't seal the bottom, so well, we'll go with it.
What are you muttering?
I didn't seal the bottom because I moved on to that one. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Because otherwise it will shift. And I think I came unthreaded because although I would love to have a thread cutter, I haven't got a thread cutter, so I take it out too quickly. I think that's why I came unthreaded.
Oh yes, it could have been, yeah.
So again, there's your Velcro, your hook and loop.
Yeah, don't
Stop
worry,
it now.
don't worry.
There's the tab. Go on to the other side.
It's so easy because we use, so, like we were saying earlier, everyone says when they're going to vacuum, I'm going to hoover.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's a Dyson or a Miele or whatever. You know.
And of course at home you'll take time to snip off all your threads and all the rest of it, because otherwise it just hangs around your work, doesn't it? So we're going to go around the three sides now and then turn them through and then make them, iron them out and then top stitch them. So that's the stage that you're at. And it doesn't really matter which way up you go.
What do you mean?
So whether you do it from this side
yes,
or
yes,
from
yes,
the other
yes,
side.
yeah.
As long as you don't go over the other end. So there's my seam. I'm just feeling for where the seam is. I have lengthened my stitch because I'm going through quite a few layers now.
You're not using a walking foot then?
No.
Obviously not, but...
No. I think it depends on what your machine's like.
Yeah.
These machines are really decent, so...
I've got that one.
Yeah, you don't very often use a walking foot, I don't think. My machine at home, which needs a good talking to, not happy with it at the minute.
What's the matter with it?
Something going on with the threads underneath.
Oh.
My bobbin's having a bit of a...
Are you giving it a good clean out?
No, I've got to take it all apart, but because I was prepping, do you take it all apart and risk the fact that it might not work, or do you carry on and swear?
Have you got lots of projects you've got to do?
I had all of this lot to do, so
Now you've done these, you've got a bit of a gap. Oh, in that case you do it now,
So that will be coming apart and we'll have a...
Oh,
hello, sorry. Missed the pot.
Everywhere.
Be no good in the Wild West, would I? Okay, so third side. So we'll be turning it through. So just.
How long we got the demo, please, Paul? $5 minutes.
Okay. So I might skip a doodah, but you get the idea on this anyway. Yeah. So we'll turn it through, give it a nice little press all the way round, and then that's going to be the way up. So you're going to have that towards the top. So if I move on to the next bit that I've got. So this is where you see, for the first time, you see.
Oh yes, that fabric. Yes.
Fabric.
Does it have a right side and a wrong side?
Yes, there's like a little grain to it. I don't know if you can pick it up properly.
Oh, I doubt it on the picture. I can describe it then.
It's like a cross-hatching sort of.
Oh
grain
yes,
on
yes,
it.
yes, yes, yes. Is that
so
the
you've
right
got a bit
side?
of that's the right side. So you've got a bit of traction for this.
You won't be able to see it on camera, Paul. No, you won't see it.
It's quite fine.
You can feel it. You can feel it. One side is uber smooth, and the other side's got like linear print, cross-hatching and so on.
Yeah. So okay. Oh, I only did one. There we are.
What's the matter?
I only did one of these in my prep.
I thought. How did you?
It's like, okay, well, whatever, Julie. Right, so whatever you do, Jim. So you've got one which has got your hook and loop on it,
Yeah.
and the other one which has got your tab on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to put everything all together. The final component is your little strap.
Yeah.
So your hang tab, this one.
Like a clutch bag hanging
Yeah.
strap, yeah.
So you'll take your piece of fabric, which is, I think it's 2.5 inches. You fold it in half and then open it out, fold the outsides to the in so that you've got...
It's like a bias binder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you fold it all over so it's all enclosed. Yeah, yeah.
And then you just sew it up both sides.
There's no interfacing or anything like that? It's just the
No,
fabric.
no, you don't need interfacing on that. It's just I suppose it's a hanging tab, isn't it, really? So that's what you'll end up with. So to put everything together, so leave that for just a second, you'll want the wrong sides of your pockets. So you swap the pockets over. What was the left is now the right.
Right.
You find your centre point, so that's the centre point, and then find your centre points on your pockets. So we're marrying up to where we got there. Mm-hmm. This one I would have top stitched
and pressed and everything. Yeah.
Pressed and everything. Alrighty, so you want to have your hook and loop at the bottom.
Right.
So that was where my half is again. And then just remember that these open edges have got to go to the open edge. So that should keep you kind of straight with everything. And when you're looking at it, you want the lining upwards. So whatever your lining fabric was, you want on the top. Because remember, this is all going to go all the way around and underneath that way. So just clip to the sides. So clip this in place. And then you want the other side, so get your pockets the right way up. So make sure, because that's a thing that can go wrong. And then...
So you are going to be going through lots of layers on this when you get to that bit, aren't
Yeah.
you?
If you feel happier putting a walking foot on, do it.
Yeah, if you've got one, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's whatever you feel happiest with your machine, to be fair.
Yeah. Some people never take their walking foot off, do they? Leave it there all the time.
I mean, I do free motion and stuff, so it's always putting it on, taking it off.
Yeah.
And then with your little strap, just fold, so make sure that you've not turned it on itself, so it's all flat and straight.
Yeah.
And then that will go just tucked under here.
And it goes, don't forget, it goes inwards, even though eventually it'll be on the outside, it needs to go inwards before you bag it out.
So
we've only got a minute left, yeah.
So you will just sew these down again to secure everything. And then the next thing is that you put your
nursery sheeting fabric.
sheeting.
I don't know what else you'd call, I don't know, it won't stick in.
Plasticky stuff is, so then you will sew all the way round. You'll leave a gap. I would leave a good kind of 6 inches-ish.
Yeah.
So that you can turn it. So you'll start off here. Just be a bit careful have a longer stitch, because when you secure the stitch, if you're not careful, you'll go through the nursery sheeting. Yeah. So go all the way around with your 1/4 of an inch all the way back to here. Turn it inside out. Obviously trim your corners, turn it inside out, and then you'll want to press it on the material side, not on obviously this side. Yeah. Tuck the sides in like you normally would do when you've gone the opposite way round, and then just do a top stitch all the way around to secure it, and that's it.
Oh, perfect. And that's it done then?
Bob's your uncle.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. You're back in an hour. What are we doing now? I can't remember now. I know. The quilt.
The quilt,
thing.
yes.
Yeah, lovely quilt thing. Right, okay. So let's just do the bundles again. The one that Jules was working with, which was the stars, the flying stars, shooting stars, sorry. You get 1 metre of the shooting stars fabric, you get 1 metre of the pink, you get 1/2 metre of the nursery sheeting fabric, and you get the instructions, £22.99. Okay. Then we've got the one that Jules had made it out of originally, which is this one. So you get a metre of the orange, you get a metre of the woodland folk, you get half a metre and the instructions. $22.99. Then we do the blue one. You get a metre of the blue stripe, metre of the blue spots, half a metre of the nursery sheeting plus the instructions. £22.99. And then the peach one, peach and pink. You get a metre of the floral, a metre of the peach, a half a metre of the nursery sheeting and the instructions. $22.99. Now, have I got any of the patterns left on their own? Okay, there are a few of these left. Pattern all on its own. £6.50 for a Beth Studley pattern. Oh, I didn't tell you about the alternative. I'll tell you that very quickly. If you haven't got any of the nursery sheeting, why not eau de coat your fabric? If you're going to use your own fabric at home, after you've used the one from the bundle, if you only bought the pattern turn. Once you've, oh, sorry, upside down as well. Eau de coat it, can go in the washing machine, do 3 layers. I do 3 layers of the eau de coat, and you can. So you put the first one on, leave it for 2 hours. Put the second one on, leave it for 2 hours. Put the third one, leave it for 24 hours, then start sewing it. Instead of using the nursery sheeting. $11.99. Oh, that's good, $11.99. And then, oh, that's why. I thought it was, it's still the early bird price. Ooh. The one-touch fastening, 1 metre. Now, if you buy 2 of these, they don't come joined together. There's the hook and loop. It's there. Hook and loop. Hook and loop it is. Okay, now this is the wadding that Scheduling put in for it, which is soft and washable. Oh, it is washable, there you go. Washable, 2 ounce, $4.99. Or the one that Jules would prefer personally, and I sort of agree with that, is H640, which I haven't got a sample off here because Vix and Kat will have put theirs away now. They had it on earlier at $9.99. It's one side of it is fusible, and it's that lovely wadding. $9.99. Right, we're going for a break now. Now, when we come back, this is going to get a bit confusing, right? We've got a kits roundup, but they're all Yarn Lane. Well, 99.9% of them are Yarn Lane kits, even though you can buy them here. Even though this is the one time you're going to cross that line, because normally we don't cross the line, do we? Today we are going to. I'll see you, and I've always crossed the line, me, in about 3 minutes from now.
Hi, my name's Jules Mayouf and I'm really excited to be a guest designer on Sewing Street. Okay, I got into sewing through my grandma. I used to sit and watch her. She was a dressmaker, and I started off making toys, and then I was dressmaking myself, and from then I've done homeware and children's wear and all sorts of different things in between. I would say my top tip is to be kind to yourself. It's only fabric at the end of the day, and if things do go wrong, then you've always got your quick unpick. My claim to fame is that in 2012 I was a VIP driver with the Olympics, and I met some really interesting people who were very nice, and I'm hoping that I'll meet some very interesting and nice people on Sewing Street too.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 AM to 1 PM every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 PM every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 PM to 1 PM. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Hi, my name's Jules Mayouf and I'm really excited to be a guest designer on Sewing Street. Okay, I got into sewing through my grandma. I used to sit and watch her. She was a dressmaker, and I started off making toys, and then I was dressmaking myself, and from then I've done homeware and children's wear and all sorts of different things in between. I would say my top tip is to be kind to yourself. It's only fabric at the end of the day, and if things do go wrong, then you've always got your quick unpick. My claim to fame is that in 2012 I was a VIP driver with the Olympics, and I met some really interesting people who were very nice, and I'm hoping that I'll meet some very interesting and nice people on Sewing Street too.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us. Okay, so Becky Alexander Frost has just sent in a message going, homeschooling over, yay! Right, does that mean forever? Are you sending yours back to school before or just for today? On your birthday? I hope they, because when it used to be teacher's birthday when I was at school, we used to take presents in for Miss. So did your school pupils give you presents, Becky Alexander Frost? This is me sanitising again, by the way. That what? Yeah. Right. Oh, so much. Now, this will be confusing for you because we're still in Sewing Street, but all of these kits are from Yarn Lane. But for the first time, we are selling... you don't have to go to the Yarn Lane website. These are all on our Sewing Street website, so just carry on as normal. Remember, everybody who buys something today goes into the competition, automatically goes into the competition. You don't have to do anything, don't have to put a code in, don't have to guess how many sweets are in a jar or anything. And one of you will win this prize, which is a book. It is a ruler to do it is a log cabin ruler. Yeah, log cabin trim tool and a Tula pink design roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm good. What's the matter? No, I'm just counting to make sure they're all there, Hannah. No, yes, Hannah. Hannah will have them all there for the end of the show, don't we? And then what's the book? What's the book? Jelly-filled quilts. 18 quilts. Oh, I can have a look when I go over there. Anyway, I just want you... No. The reason I'm telling you that is because if you buy any of things I've got on this show, anything from today, or it doesn't have to be from the telly show, could be anything from the website, you will automatically go in and one person will win that prize. We've also got another competition going on, because this is Vix's baby shower after all. She's only left her dirty mug in my dressing room and everything. I'll leave it for her in the morning because she's in tomorrow. Is she in tomorrow? Is it Vix tomorrow? Yes, I'll leave it for tomorrow. So we've also got another competition. What you need to do is you need to guess everything. Now, you can only email the answer to this. Don't put this on Facebook. Don't send it messages anywhere else. It has to be studio@sewingstreet.com is your answer. And it can go into a special file. And when the baby arrives, Kat will go through it because Hannah won't. Guess the baby's gender, weight, birth date or birth time. So I think it's going to be a little girl. And the weight has to be in pounds and ounces. Don't do it in kilos or grams. On the 2nd, I think it's going to be the 2nd of April and at 6 or 7 in the morning. So I think one of you will win the studio sample of the Stripology ruler. Right, let's get on with this hour then. Oh, Becky Alexander said just today. Just today. Right, here we go then. Let's do this. Weekend Make Crochet Toys. These are adorable. These are adorable. 25 quick and easy projects to make. Now, in a minute, I've got bundles of the yarn to make some of these toys, but I'll do the book first because they're obviously two separate items. The book is $14.99. It's by Emma Osmond. And let's go through here because I love this book. They're such beautiful projects in here. Let me get the book in the right place. There you go. So you need your crochet basics to start it all off. Your treble, your slip stitch, your joining two pieces together, making a magic ring, information. Right, here we go. So let's start. So how many did I say? 25. Loop rattle. Comfort blanket. Oh, cute. And there's all the instructions. Oh, there's lots of instructions for that one. Cloud cot toy. They look like coat hangers to me, don't they? Star Mobile. Teddy bear. Look. Oh, isn't he cute? Right, carrying on. Bunny rabbit. Cute. The one in the book's got a longer nose. Oh, it's got a completely different nose to ours, actually. Then, octopus. I think the octopuses are lovely, aren't they? Gorgeous octopuses. Giraffe. Look at him. Oh, do you know what I'm hooked on now? I don't know what it's called. It's all about Chester Zoo. Oh, I watched one by accident and then thought, I'll just put that on, you can put it on the Red R. What's that? Yeah, no, but it does the whole series, the whole series link, right? And now, of course, every night there's one to watch and I love it. I love it. I'd like to... Elephant. You see, what, they haven't stuffed the trunk. What, well, the one in the book is, but the one in here isn't. What Hannah's saying is, it's not just for kiddies, is it? Lots of people would love those. Elephant. Unicorn. Excuse me. Oh, look. Sensory toy. Bean bags. Stacking rings. They're cute. I remember having plastic ones of those. Wooden in my day. A Secret World of the Zoo. That's it, Jackie. Who said that? Is it on here? Oh, yeah. Hello, Jackie. Do you know what? I think I might have to, when this is all over, I think I'm going to have to go for a day out in Chester Zoo. Because I used to go there when I was little. And then when Julie and Mike's kids were younger, we went to the zoo a couple of times with them because it's not far from their house. Oh, actually, it's not far from your house, is it, Jackie? It's just the next junction up, isn't it, on the motorway? And so I think I'm going to have a day in Chester Zoo when this is all over. Stacking cubes. Oh, Hannah just said, watch, don't catch. And I was like, no, I'll pay. I'll pay to go into it. They might put you in a cage. Colour game. Numbers discs. Oh, Jackie's a member. Maybe, Jackie, I could go with you and I'll pretend to be Dave. I could be your Dave, couldn't I, for the day? When I go to National Trustings, Dulcie and her daughter have got a National Trusting, and I was trying to go as Sadie. Oh, she's 19 now, but I used to do it when she was 13. Yeah, that's me. Super softball. Skittles. They're nice, aren't they? I wonder how you do the inside of them. Just stuff them with wadding. Car. Oh, look, little boy, that's like your car. Oh, no, it's not. No, that's like a car, you know. I don't want to say the name in case they get into trouble. Yeah, like a Beetle, isn't it? Aeroplane. My, my nephew's training to fly. Well, his housemate has just passed all his exams. He's now an official pilot. Tic-tac-toe, which is noughts and crosses, really, isn't it? Fishing game, not real fish. Toy basket. Jet useful. Oh, look, house door stoppers. Not like we haven't got enough of those already around the place. Oh, is it supposed to come with anything at the back? No. No. Don't have pans. $14.99. That's a really good little buy, isn't it? Now, 25. Just thinks there's any more information. That's a really, really lovely book. If you love crochet and you love doing toys and shapes, things like that, perfect. Now, what we've got is we've got some bundles put together. The book is separate, right? If you want to make these bundles, you might just like them as bundles of yarn, but if you want to buy... So what we've done is, you see, if you want to make from the book the giraffe and the elephant, then you need this bundle, right? Now, these all 100% cotton. Oh, they're lovely. King Cole. So you get one apricot, one just off-white, one yellow, one pink, one grey, and one beige. So this bundle will make these two. And you need a 4mm crochet hook, which is, wasn't it the blue one we had earlier, the 4mm one? Oh yeah, that was on Yarn Lane, so that was not, that was on, oh yeah, because this is Sewing Street, isn't it? We got, oh now, so, but if they want to buy a crochet hook, they have to go to Yarn Lane website to buy it, don't they? You don't pay any extra P&P. If you buy between the two different websites, you don't pay any P&P. So these are cotton yarns. If you buy this bundle for $23.99, you could make this and this. But you need the book because the instructions are inside the book, so you need to buy the book as well. Okay? Now, if you fancy the teddy bear and the rabbit, they're both gorgeous, aren't they? Right? So, then you'll buy this bundle. So you get the black. Now, you see, you get the whole of that black just for the eyes. Now, obviously, this teddy bear's got plastic eyes. You'd have to do knitted eyes, crochet eyes. You've got the colour, what colour would you call that? Mushroom of the body. Then you've got her skin, or she's a bit bluer. Oh, no, hang on. What's that for? Yeah, because that's her dress. She's a bit more bluey bear, but then you also get white. And look at this. For the bow tie, you get all of that. Yeah, could do different coloured dresses. Could do the white bunny and then do different coloured dresses if you want to. But your choice, $23.99. But obviously, you need to have got the book to have for the pattern because it does not come with it. An ideal day to watch. It's raining and dull outside. Enjoying the afternoon. Thank you, says Kathleen. Oh, thank you. Jackie says, good afternoon, Wendy Orlando. John, wasn't it an abacus in your day? What's she talking about now? Do I talk about counting? Oh, yeah, the numbers, yeah. Cheeky madam. No, I didn't nearly say anything. Jackie says I can go to the zoo with her. That's all right then, thank you. I have to stop. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Beautiful, beautiful colours. And lovely yarn as well. It's 100% cotton. I think I'm in with you, Andy Orlando soon, aren't I? Isn't she in one day soon that I'm in? I'm so lost track. This week, I'm in this later shift today. And then Friday and... We're only in on Friday and Saturday this week now, aren't we? We're only in Friday. It's not Little Paul, not Little Paul. But you know what? Next month, I think it's because, well, obviously, don't know when Vix will have her baby. Next month, you hardly see me in the first 3 weeks. And then suddenly you're on every day. I do apologise. Oh, and Paul's in quite a lot next month as well. Okay, so now should we do Nitty Critters next then? Yeah, shall I do Toggle Ted first? I haven't got any samples of these, so I'll just have to... Oh, no, I've not seen him. Oh, I have seen him, but not today. Not today. Toggle Ted. Easily crochet your own cute, cuddly and lovable teddy. What are you picking on me for, Paul? Right. Stuart says, oh, that's a really nice yarn, that Cotton Soft. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Oh, hang on. I'm going to open it. I'm going to open one. I'm not going to open all of them. I'll just open one. Oh, not this one. Okay, I'm not opening this one. Okay. I like the way she tells me after. I've slided it off. I've what? I'll open another one in a second then. There you go. That's right. They're about to go, that's why. Oh no, Jackie, didn't you have a on the John Scott show last week, Dr. Mike, my brother, answered one of Jackie's questions. She had an appointment at some cranial osteo something or other. How did it go, Jackie? Wendy says, I'm in on Saturday. Oh, there you go. She's on Saturday with us, Hannah. 3 more sleeps, she says. 3 more nightmares before Wendy Orlando's here. Hannah had the... I'm not going to tell you what it was because it's a bit creepy, but Hannah had a dream about me last night. Now, it was all about puppies and being outside and... Oh, no. And then the puppy turned into the cat and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, look, Ollie the elephant. This is Ollie the... Maybe speak to Chester Zoo to see if you could be a zookeeper for the day as you're famous. You may get to appear on one of the episodes. Oh, I don't think so. Who's that, Amanda? I don't think they'll do that. Can I open this one? I can open this one. So, oh, what you get in the box is, oh, that's nice. That's like chenille. It's 100% polyester. Feels like chenille. Is that what it's called? Chenilling. Anyway, you get that big ball. You get your 2 bags of wadding for some reason. And your instructions. But look, 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 look. You get 2 crochet hooks. And there's the yarn for the eyes. Lovely. Oh, have we not got that one? What's that there? Oh, we've never had the dinosaur. Oh, anyway. It's musculoskeletal assessment. Oh, 22nd of March. Yeah. Natalie Drake, you would love the elephant. Are you watching, Natalie? Surname, not quite. Oh, no, not Ollie. It's your Ol. And the elephant's Ollie. I don't know who would want to look after, because yesterday, the giraffes, it was all about the giraffe house yesterday. What's the matter, Hannah? Oh, they're confused, apparently. Nothing new there, then. No, it was the real giraffes, not knitted ones. And now the characters. And then they had warthogs on the one last night as well. Yeah, I'm back onto that show now, not the... And then this one here, Rosie the rabbit. I don't think I'll open Rosie. You get your crochet hooks, you get the yarn, you get the instructions, you get the stuffing. In fact, you get everything you need. There's nothing else you need in there, is there? Single figures on Rosie, just so you know. Oh, something else I'm supposed to have done. We have got, it's not a competition to win anything, it's just for fun. Right, okay, so what you have to do is, these are all on Facebook, right? But can you guess who the babies are? Let's have a look. So this is 1 to 4. No idea. Who's number 1? No, who are you guessing, Paul? Okay, so Paul thinks, is Paul's guesses now, that Jules Mayouf is number 1. Who's number 2? Yeah, is it David Essex, number 2? Oh, is it? Well, we're only guessing. We're only guessing now. Sorry, go back to the babies. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Because there's 18 of these, I think. Not 18 slides. Number 6 is Vix, I think. Because you just told me. Who's number 5? That's Rebecca Reed, number 5, isn't it? Number 5. Oh, well, I'm not supposed to tell you, but that's our Susie, you know, that does the Liberty. I'm not saying, there's no prize. You're not going to win anything. Okay, I'm only telling the odd one. Oh, she looks so cute, doesn't she? Who's number 8? Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm not going to tell you it's Emma Brett. I'm not going to tell you it is. Right, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next. These are all on Facebook. You can go and find them on the Facebook page. Right, so there's Paul, obviously number 12. Who's 14? She looks the same today. Who's number 13? Who's number 13? Because their mum's really glamorous. Very glamorous. And then next, there's one more slide, I think, isn't there? Okay, number 10 was obviously born in the late 1920s, I think, wasn't it? Then we go, is it Rebecca Reed or is it Rebecca Harrison? Who's number 19? Oh, number 19's obvious, yeah. Anyway, there's number 19, that's really obvious. 18, oh, I bet they've grown up into a gorgeous hunk, number 18. I think he's having a wee in the swimming pool, actually, myself. It's me. Anyway, shall we move on? That's just a competition just for fun, and it's on the Facebook page. There's no prizes. There's a lovely film called The Zoo. Do watch it. It's a true story, a bit like The Dig. Oh, thank you, Anya. Who's in that one, then? Yes, Stuart, I'm number 18. Thank you. Right, okay. Now, look at this. It's gorgeous, this. Look at this. There's only 12 of these left. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'd have to buy 2, I think, and join them together so they're just a little bit bigger. It's a baby blanket. It is West Yorkshire Spinners. It is a UK sheep, obviously, so UK wool, yet UK sheared, UK woven, UK dyed. Oh, it's got a better saying on the box. Okay, let's have a look. So this is Luxury Baby Bo Peep. Where's that then? Yeah, no, I know that it is, but it's not on here. It's reared, sheared, and what's the last word? Yeah, Hannah, because it's not written on the box. Anyway, this is Falkland Islands wool, this one. Now, that's controversial. Do we still own the Falkland Islands? Oh, that's fine then. 48% nylon, 52%. Spun, thank you, spun. Anyway, isn't it beautiful? It doesn't matter about that. West Yorkshire Spinners have the most... Oh, I can't open the box, I'm afraid. So all the yarns are in there. They're all Like I say, 52% Falkland Island, 48% nylon. Oh, beautiful, isn't it? Finish size 66 by 86 centimetres. They're the colours you get. Ladybird, Raindrop, Seahorse, Dolly, Sparkle, Apple and Pumpkin. And then Jacinta Bowie has designed it. And you need a 4 and a 5 crochet hook to do this. The instructions, I presume, are inside the box. That's lovely. Just, it's what, sorry, hen? 50 gram balls. So, hang on. So, is that knit? That's crochet, is it? Oh. It is, yeah. And it'll then become their security blanket like this, won't it? I didn't put, no, that wasn't in my mouth. It was only that was in my mouth. What? I don't remember being that. The first photograph of me is that one you've just seen. There's no photographs of me as a baby or in the cot or anything like that. I just wasn't wanted. That was all. Right, let's move on. Right, here we go. West Yorkshire Spinners have got some books here. Now these are they knitting books? I think they are, aren't they? Well, let's go through let's do Bo Peep Storybook, 22 Stunning Designs. This ends 947. Oh, look. That's nice. 22 designs, $9.50. That's a good price. A little dash of stardust. Oh, look. It's all babies, obviously. Little princess. Oh. Moons and stars, dungarees. You'd have to make sure the wool's nice and soft and everything. You don't want chafing, do you? Or chapping. Little lady, Hannah. You've got those because you go to the gym in those, don't you? Oh, you did when we were allowed to. Oh, so when are gyms allowed to open then? Oh, quite soon then. Well, in the grand scheme of things. So when's haircutters? Are they 12th of April? How can you don't know what days we're working? No, the first appointment at Hannah was May the 25th, and that's if they only open on the 12th. If something, you see, I didn't book one because I didn't. Well, first of all, the website wasn't open for the barbers, but I just thought I don't know what days we're working in April. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, the trouble is you've got somebody. Oh no, I know. Book it for a Monday because Rebecca Reed always does Mondays. That's what I'll do. I'll do that straight away. But she always does a Monday. She always does a Monday. No, Hannah always. But me. Bo, she's got hers booked in already. Yeah. Oh, thanks. 10 adorable 4-ply designs by Sarah Hatton. Look. How old are these babies then? Hang on. Right. £7. 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, 9 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Hannah? But it can't be 20 months because it only goes up to 18 months. I think that's in the middle. I think he's 6 to 9 months, is he? Yeah, 6 to 9 months. That's what I was saying. Yeah, but there's not a 7 on its own. There's 3 to 6 or 6 to 9. Bear cub. That's cute, isn't it? Ah, there you go. West Yorkshire Spinners, 4-ply, that one. And one other book while I'm on this side. Derek says, good afternoon, John. Just got in from work, just in time to see photo number 18. Aww. Anyway, this one here is another West Yorkshire Spinners book. This one's called Bo Peep Pure. This one's called. Lo sat waiting to pick up her new glasses. Be able to see properly soon. How scary. Oh, yeah. Was it Marina or Ali that got new glasses this week? And she said, you can see the dust in the house when you get new glasses. Isabella. Oh, there they all are. Isabella, Arthur, Samuel and Sophia. Okay. Florence, Jack and Jill, Bobbins. Oh, I see. They can wear either. Oh, no, I suppose you wouldn't put a little boy in a dress, would you? Well, who knows? This is a beautiful book, isn't it? Arthur. That's Hannah's favourite. Stocking stitch that. Level 2. Oh. Not quite sure what that page is, though. No, I think it's addendum. Oh, no, it's mistakes. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Look. I used to have waistcoats knitted like this, and it's exactly like that when we were doing War of the Buttons in Cork in Ireland, and we found this lovely... Huh? Yeah. Susan says, I got my new glasses 2 weeks ago and just getting used to varifocals. Do you know what? I've got varifocals. I kept falling off the stool. Oh, no. Hannah's dad walked into a window when he got his. That's not funny. Lovely book. I've been doing a lot of knitting lately. Oh! Rachel's just received her Juki UX8. Oh, Paul, you've not seen it. You can watch me on it. You can watch me on the telly on it. Just wait for Gary to rest, then it's playtime. Oh, Rachel, you'll love it. You will absolutely love that machine. Oh, there's Jack and Jill. Right, come on. Let's move on. Well, no, I'm talking to myself because I've only got half an hour. I've got to go. Okay. I'm going. I've had enough of all this badinage. Can we do what? Yeah. Paul, I miss you all the time. You're never out of my life, Hannah. I don't get a chance to miss you. She sent me a message yesterday. She didn't send me with sheets for today, but she sent me a message from the park when she was safe walking on her own with the dog, sausage dog. It's not her dog. It's Tony's dog from next door, but he's in her bubble. And it ate her earring, didn't it? She's waiting for her to get her earring back. Yeah, she is. Why are there no balloons on this side? Oh, hang on. I'm just going to switch that off. Right. Right, blanket first. I haven't got a blanket. Is it grey? Here we go. Oh, that feels good. Oh, look at the texture in there. Oh, that is beautiful. It's called the what? It's not got anything written on my... Oh, I've left my glasses behind. It's by Mariner. Hannah, you're supposed to be coming out while I'm over here. Where does it say? Oh, yeah, cob nut blanket. There you go. There's different sizes as well, look. Different sizes. It's knitting. And you need a pair of 3 3/4 and 4mm knitting needles and a cable needle. There you go. And what you get in this bundle, how much is it? $11.99. You get the instructions. Oh, this is nice. This is lovely. This one is Mariner, obviously. Chenille double knit. 100 grams in each ball. Beautiful colour, isn't it? There's a lot of grey baby makes around at the moment, aren't there? You don't get grey babies now. Oops. Bye, Mariner. You're right there, Hannah. We need to move on. She's just glared at me. Okay, what do you want me to go to next, Kat? Paul will do it. No, Paul's doing it. Paul's doing it. Which one do you want to go to next? That one there. Okay, we'll go to that one there. So, Paul, do you want the code? It's called the Mariner. The code won't help you, apparently. It's the lion and giraffe motifs next. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, I love it. Why weren't the things around like this when I was a child, a baby? Look.
They hadn't invented the wheel.
They what?
Hadn't invented the wheel.
They hadn't invented the wheel then, apparently. It's knitted by Maggie Priestley. Maggie Priestley knitted this one. Is it what? It's a little hoodie, look. Oh, what do you... He doesn't know what you press. Oh, she's pressing it now. Here we go. There you can see it. Mariner, lion, baby, hooded, cardigan, sweater, kit. Right. So to get this... Oh, yeah, there's the pattern. So you can either have the giraffe or... Look, there they are. This is the one I've got here. And then that's the alternative one there. So you can make either of those, but the colour bundle I've got is this colour bundle. So you get 3 pink. Sorry, reaching across. 1 mustard and 1 cream. So you can either make, it's the idea, you can either make the lion or the giraffe out of that bundle. But your giraffe will be a different colourway, obviously, because I've only got it in the pink. That's nice. How much is it? Oh, $16.99. I bet you any money it wouldn't take that long to whip up. That's the eyes are embroidered on afterwards. And this mane is stitched on afterwards as well. Beautiful. There, that is lovely, isn't it? That is so lovely, isn't it? Now, I presume this one was a bigger size because doesn't the face look bigger on there? It doesn't there, but then it couldn't be any bigger than that because that's the whole. So this must be the small, and that must be the large. Where's the sizing on it? Oh yes, chest size 18, 20, 22, 24, and 26. Excuse me. That's gorgeous. Oh, you know the lovely cob blanket I showed you earlier, the cob nut blanket? There's only how many left? 5 of those left. Okay. Right, okay, this one's lovely. This one's got a little bird on it. Oh, what? This is the pink colourway with the little grey bird on. Oh, isn't that cute? Pattern. Oh, hang on, there's a choice, though. There's a choice, look. Now, we don't have what? Oh, you can only make the bird one. You can't make the dinosaur one out of this bundle. Okay, so this is to make the bird, but you must get that you must get that as a pattern, so you can make it out of some other yarn that you've got. But the bundle I'm going to show you only makes the bird one, and this is made by Karen Hatton. I know a Karen Hatton. I wonder if it's the same one. So anyway, you get 3 balls of the pink yarn. It's 100% polyester, double knit, and 1 of the grey, plus your instructions. How cute is that? Again, it goes from sizes 16 to 24-inch chest. So obviously on the instructions, you also have the instructions of the dinosaur, but this bundle is to make this version. Okay, I've got this in another colour. I'm trying to keep everything together so we don't. Then there's Baby Bird in blue. Oh, that was a song, wasn't it, Baby Bird? No, Baby Bird sang it, I think. Oh, this is lovely again. Blue, right, now the blue version is slightly different because it's not blue, it's grey. No. Yeah, it's a different blue to the sample, obviously, and your bird won't be grey, your bird will be ecru. And that's right. Was that only this morning? Karen Hatton made this one as well. But obviously, this is in the pale blue with the grey. This one's more of a grey with an ecru. Lovely. Oh, have another look at that. Oh, no, I've got a whole table full of stuff over there, too. No? Got loads. Oh, I love this one. What is it, a monkey or a pig? Oh. It's a hippo. It's a hippo. Right, okay. So again, on the pattern, you can make a hippo or you can make that teddy bear face, but the bundle we're doing here is for this one. Teresa Constantine. But no, it's only because this one's much smaller than him, isn't it? Right. The pygmy hippos. I wonder if they've got those at Chester Zoo. They've not shown those yet. Right, okay, so you get 3 balls of the blue. You can feed the giraffes in every zoo. You can do it in Dudley Zoo as well. The what? Well, you just get a cabbage and throw it into the giraffe tent. Oh, because at Dudley Zoo, you climb up on a really, really high scaffolding and their face is here and you feed them the leaves like that. I once bought for a friend of mine feeding the lions and the tigers. That was brilliant fun because you go in a tunnel underneath and then you're in the tiger enclosure with just a little cage around you and you push the meat through the cage. Anyway, that's that one. And then, last but not least in this bundle, oh, this is fabulous. So now, Hannah, I need you to check the what you get in this bundle. No, I've got one too many balls of wool. Right, look, so you get 3 blue, according to this. A grey and a white, is that right? Because that's 1 ball extra. They must be the blue. Oh, no, hang on, those aren't that. It doesn't say what the names of the colours on it are, though. No. Right, hang on a sec. No, I haven't got any. Oh, hang on, this one. 42. Okay, so remember we said earlier that the bird was a different colour? Oh, it's been one of those afternoons today. No, I know, Rachel, I understood that the grey should be for its nose, but there's too many balls of wool in there, balls of yarn in there. So hang on, there should be 1 of 42. Yeah. 3 of 23. No, 23. Oh, you know what's happened? No. You've muddled these up, look. Yeah, because remember I said that one earlier. Right, we'll have to go back and recoup. Yeah, no. But remember I said this isn't blue, it's like a grey. Right, okay, so you get 3 of 32, 1 of 42, and 1 of 501. Is that right? Right, so you do get an extra ball in this one. Okay, so that is this bundle. I'll go back in a minute and recoup on the other one. Oh, sorry, Veronica. Love Vixie's shower day. John is the icing on the cake. The entire day has been fabulous. Yes, I know, but the afternoon team have been rubbish. They've all got muddled up and everything went wrong with the gremlins. Right, okay, so I need to go back to this one then, Hannah, which was the blue one with the bird on it. Makes sense now. So you get 3 of the blue and 1 of the grey. There you go. So it works now. All you did was you put the wool for one out with the wool for the other, with them. Well, who did this table? Oh, Paul it was then. It was Paul. Who's in charge when there's nobody in the bill? Who's in charge? The producer. It was very funny earlier because I had my earpiece in and Elliot was trying to do camera shots and Vix and Kat were both saying, no, don't do it from that. And he was like, I am the director. Oh, we go, June. Oh, bless you, John. Afternoons are a nightmare for you. You either need a nap or a drink. I don't drink. Or perhaps I don't drink, June. I don't drink any alcohol. No, it's fine. It's just that because there's, it's just, it didn't work properly. If and when we do an afternoon shift, it'd be much better. We only have 1 trolley between the 2 shifts and everything like that, and all got a bit mixed up. When I came in at 12 o'clock, all of our stuff was just out on a desk. 10 o'clock, sorry, not 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then Rebecca Reeves said, oh, this has got to happen, that's got to happen. And then we had, anyway, it was all a bit like that. But it's fine, we got there in the end. I've got 1 book. Oh, how many of these have I got left? Because these are going to sell out. The cob nut blankets. 3 of these left now. I knew this would go. It's beautiful, isn't it? 3 of these left now. $11.99. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's from little Paul. So Susan says no one's owning up. And little Paul has got, it was Hannah once. Jackie, it was Hannah. And then Jackie says, do you not have non-alcoholic gin? I have got some non-alcoholic gin and I've got some non-alcoholic Prosecco. But it's not quite the... Oh, no, it's lovely. It's delicious. But I think what they meant was I need a drink to calm me down. I think that's what June meant. I love it when there are hiccups. Thanks, June. I quite enjoy it as well because it makes life a bit more interesting, doesn't it? But today has been full of hiccups, hasn't it? Right, come on. Come on, we're going. We're going now. Yeah. Off we go. Oh, I didn't do that book. Never mind. Oh. Well, my hands are full at the moment. Oh, the Velcro's just... one touch file. Just got on the floor. Did you put these on my chair for a reason, Hannah? Oh dear, and I'm not meant to be staying to help tidy up afterwards. I think I'm going to have to because the place is a mess, isn't it? Right, are we ready? Right, so. Oh, the West Yorkshire Spinners blanket, yes. Very low on stock. 5 of these left. I'm loving your company this afternoon in my sewing room. I think Hannah is such a lovely girl. Won't have a word said against her. She's an absolute riot. Sue, how do you know Hannah? And then Trudy has put carry on Sewing Street. Don't say that because the management will go mad, Trudy. Someone else has put carry on Sewing Street as well. Leslie. Oh, on the bottom. John, how you staying sane? It's like carry on Sewing Street today. Love you from Leslie. Oh, thank you, Leslie. The thing is, right? The thing is, I mean, I wouldn't want it to be like this every day, but you're loving it because you're buying everything. So it's not like you're all turned off going, oh, it's a bit mess today. You're all loving it. Anyway, how many of these left? Say 5. 5 of these left to make this. Moving on. Beautiful. Right, now I've got some kits here from... Are they in the blue bags? Oh, the boxes. Here we go. So I'm not going to open the box. This one is a no-sew baby cardigan crochet kit. Includes 2 50 grams fair cotton, a crochet hook, a pattern and extra yarn for edging. And that will make you this. Oh, wrong way up. There you go. Oh, that's a lovely colour, isn't it? 0 to 3 months. Oh, hang on. No, sorry. It's not only 3 to 6 months. It's 3 to 6 months. Then, okay, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, and 6 to 9 are the 3 sizes. And they're in the instructions. Now, the one thing that throws me a little bit is the pattern on the front has a different colour around the edge. And this one has the same colour around the edge. So I'm presuming it's all the same colour, this one. And then the designer has styled it with this little frock so you can see what it might look like when it's on. We haven't got the dress, we haven't got the dress pattern or anything like that. This is just the designer. There's enough yarn in your box to make the 6 to 12 months. 6 to 9, did you say? Oh, 6 to 12, that's a big gap, isn't it? They don't normally do 6 to 12. But so that's the short sleeve, is it? Yeah, I think that's the short sleeve because look at the picture on the one on the box. Oh, so I'll put it down. You can't make the largest size with a long sleeve with what's in the box. Actually, the box has been opened. Look, let me just go in. Right, there we go. So, yes, you do get white. You do get a different colour. So that's your main cardigan. That's your edging. That's your crochet hook. There you go. That's the one you're going to make, but in the pink. And then, so there's the small, there's the medium, and there's the large with short sleeves. We got there in the end. Been a fan on Hannah since she covered the emergency on Sewing Quarter. She's on my list of people I'd be happy to do a G&T with her any day. Oh, she doesn't do just one, though. She like, oh, did you have your pint delivered? Okay, so Hannah's got a pub near her, which obviously you're not allowed to go in. But they used to do, in first lockdown, they did pints through the window. But obviously you can't do that on this third lockdown. So they're delivering freshly pulled pints to your house. Hannah's been looking forward to it for ages. And then, well, you can do it on your own. Oh, hang on then. So you have to have a certain amount delivered. Oh, that wouldn't bother me. Okay, last night she drank a bottle of red wine on her own. But she won't have a pint on her own delivered. And none of her bubble in her road will buy one at the same time. Look, here's the blue version with the white trim. Right, so this one's the blue and white again, this one. Lovely colours. Pale blue and the white. And then your crochet hook and your instructions. That will make this one. Is this one the same or is it slightly different? No, it's the same. Oh, no, hang on. That one's got a tie front. This one's got a button front. That's the difference. It's nice, isn't it, though? It's got a different ribbon on it as well. I was watching lovely on a sister channel last night. My friend Ruth Lynette was on, and she was doing like an angel hour. And she was so, you could tell she was so into it and loving every minute of it. Right, so then let's do this one then. This is this is the other version. Look. That's the short sleeve. So I've done small, medium, and extra large. This is not small, medium, large. So this is the largest size. Again with the button. I'm going to open this one. What colour would you call that? Like an ecru-y mushroom. Pearl grey. Oh, no, it hasn't got the green trim in it. It's got white trim in it, just so you know. That's not khaki, Paul. It's from Tanzania. Tanzania in India, this is from. Ooh, lovely. Oh, it's organic. Beautiful. It's organic. 100% organic cotton. I nearly said chocolate then. I was going to say, no, don't eat it. Anyway, I'll move on. Oh, look at the time, yeah. Right, to go very quickly then. I've just got these last projects to do here. Do the which one first? Teddy bear first. Woolly chic. So this is what you make. He's a knitted bear rather than a crochet bear. Look. You get 100 grams of British double knit wool, fibre fill, black yarn, 4-ply yarn, 3 small buttons and a wool needle. You need 3.5mm knitting needles. It's the same as that yarn. It's an eco yarn. Hang on. And the stuffing is 100% recycled. Oh, a blue face Leicester, the yarn in this one. What's the matter, Paul? Oh. Okay, he's cute though, isn't he? Look, a lovely little waistcoat. Oh, now I don't know what colour's his waistcoat in here then. Interesting. Oh, it's the same. It's the same. It's that one. It's that colourway exactly. Yeah, because the picture on the tab, he's got like a lime green chartreusey waistcoat. But this is one that has the purple in. Beautiful. Right, next. The pink one. Oh, does it matter which one? Pink first. I wonder if Willie should... Oh, look at this, right? Look, I'll do it that way first. Right? I love that. Look. That's got so much... But look. It's got a bobtail. So again, you get your pink wool, your turquoise. Oh, now this one doesn't have turquoise. This one has like different colours in it, look. So I think his or her waistcoat. Oh, it could be, well, no, I'm not really sure what all those are for. That pink is your nose. Black for your eyes and your mouth. That's the body. And turn him over. Oh yeah, that's that. Is it? Yeah, but you could make a pom-pom, couldn't you? Yeah. So then you must have a choice. There's more blue than there is green. I presume you have a choice. Yeah. That's like me. I'm having a fat day today, so I've got my fat shirt on today. Anyway, then I'm moving on. Right, oh, this one's cute. Oh, no, this is smaller. This one looks much smaller. No, it is. Look, definitely smaller. Anyway. Okay, so there you go. You get the cream. More cream. Lilac. That's your nose. Oh, no, is that... That's your features. And then I'm not sure what those two are for. They must be your waistcoats again. Oh, in the picture he's wearing a scarf. That's why. Well, one's wearing a scarf. He wears a scarf or a waistcoat. You do get the pattern to make both. Oh. Right, okay, let's put that away. I've got to go now because Jules Mayouf's waiting. Have I got to do anything else before I go? Okay, thanks for that, Hannah. Right, we're going for a break now. Jules Mayouf is up next. I can't show you a picture because that was the other thing, you see. We couldn't do not proper prep, but you know, normally we come in the morning, we take pictures of everything ready to go. We couldn't do any of that. We didn't have nice quiet studio because Rebecca Reed just didn't stop talking from the minute we walked in. Anyway, no. We'll see you in 3 minutes with Jules Mayouf making a lovely little baby quilt, child's quilt. See you in 3.
While we're having to spend more time at home again, we're here to keep you busy and entertained. Sewing Street will be live every day from 8 a.m, bringing you plenty of demonstrations with our experts in dressmaking, quilting, bag making, toy making, needle felting, embroidery, and so much more. Our community of fellow sewists on the Sewing Street fans Facebook group are there to chat to you about whatever you're making, sharing photos and advice. Check out the Sewing Street Facebook and Instagram pages for fun competitions and offers. Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us. Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
While we're having to spend more time at home again, we're here to keep you busy and entertained. Sewing Street will be live every day from 8 a.m, bringing you plenty of demonstrations with our experts in dressmaking, quilting, bag making, toy making, needle felting, embroidery, and so much more. Our community of fellow sewists on the Sewing Street fans Facebook group are there to chat to you about whatever you're making, sharing photos and advice. Check out the Sewing Street Facebook and Instagram pages for fun competitions and offers.
Last hour of the day. Welcome back. Not that you went anywhere. Are you sitting comfortably? Because we've got one more hour. Now, look at this. Jules has just moved out the way, so Paul can show you of what Jules is going to be making this next hour. Such a gorgeous, simple, but stylish and effective. Effective, is that the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, we're going to do that. We've got bundles. We've got lots and lots of bundles. And we've got Wendy Gardner's brand new book. So let's do the book first. Let's do the book. Our very own Wendy Gardner, who had her birthday last week. Oh, she had balloons. They're not recycled. Oh, no. I came in the next day or 2 days later, and the dressing room was full of balloons. The cat went, oh, I thought you'd quite like them. At 6 o'clock in the morning, it's the last thing you want, isn't it? Open the door and all these balloons to tumble out onto you. Anyway, 15 gorgeous sewing projects to use up your fabric stash by Wendy Gardner. Fun with fat quarters. Right, okay, here we go. So, fun with fat quarters. Contents, what is a fat quarter? Materials, tools, techniques, and the projects. Fabulous. Well, I'll go to the... What? Are all of her books fat quarter books? All the ones we've got are all fat quarter ones. Right. Oh, look at actually, look at all this. Before you even start the project, right? Look at all of those, all of the techniques of adding trims and everything. Applique or applique. Right, projects, here we go. Fabulous flowers. Is it a yo-yo? Is it a Suffolk puff? Then we've got drawstring bags. Oh, hang on. Didn't we have this? You used to have this at Sewing Quarter. We've done those projects before. Then we've got the reversible bag. Then we've got the quilted cosmetic bag. Then we've got the doorstop. Yeah, because we made that as well. It's new here at Sewing Street. This is before we'd met Wendy, that we made it from at Sewing Quarter. Retro mini pinny. It's a mini pinny. It's a mini pinny. Just made me laugh. Al fresco placemat. Oh, well, you can eat outside now if you want, Hannah. Oh, a restaurant. Do you know what? We're going to suddenly realise how expensive life is soon, aren't we, when we start going out and pay? Oh, Hannah's still spending the same amount of money somehow. Well, maybe because you had a new bathroom, Hannah. I've had to have a new gable end on my house, the roof. I've now got a man... I've got a man coming round next week because all they... No, the gable end's finished. In fact, it was Jessie's friend that did it. You know, Jessie's friend, the roofer, Chris. Anyway, a brilliant job. He's done an absolutely brilliant job, I have to say. Then all my window, because my house is now 20, it was built in 1999. How old does that make it? 22. Everything's falling apart now, so the windows are getting stuck, everything like that. So I've got the windows doing that, then a new front door and a new back door. Then I'll start on the decorating again. Because I moved in 9 years ago, had it all done. New bathrooms, new heating, new decorated from top to bottom. It was like living in a show house. Now it's like living in a blooming DOS house, I can't tell you. Disappearing 9 patch. But you know what it's like. You do all them all at the same time. That means they all go at the same time, doesn't it? Oh, baby play. I say, oh, that's familiar. That's what we're doing in the show, baby playmat. Then we've got the pretty pinafore. And then there's all your templates at the back. There are no pattern pieces needed. There's your templates for your shoe and your bikini. Hannah's bikini's got much thinner. She's got ties at the side there, haven't you? Hannah's is like that, and then it's got little ties. Oh, and she has to have an underboob in her. What, you mean Hollywood? I can't say that. Hollywood's best kept secret, do you mean? Hollywood's best kept secret. $10.99. That's a good price for all those projects. No, because we used to call them Hollywood's best kept secrets when we worked in the film industry. No, Hannah's not Hollywood's best kept secret. Well, no, you do know that she and Halle Berry are one and the same. Yeah. Never see Halle Berry and Hannah at Festival of Quilts together, do you? Oh, that's Hannah's doing this, right, in the gallery. That's Hollywood, apparently. Right, come on. So that's the lovely book by Wendy Gardner, $10.99. What we have got 4 bundles. We have got 4 bundles for you to choose from. This is the one that Jules has already made. So you get 1.5 meters of the grey for the backing. Doesn't? Huh? Oh, and the binding. Oh, I was just looking. Yeah, the backing and the binding comes out of that. Then these are fat quarters, right? So you get the blue with stars. You get the, now is that just plain white, white on white? No, it's plain white. And then you get the blue dots and you get the red dots. Well, the white dots on blue and red. So $16.99. Now, you don't get this in that. So you could just buy this if you wanted, just for your stash. But if you want to make the quilt that's on the wall, we haven't got to, we'll see it again in a minute, then that's what you need to make that. You'll obviously need to supply your own wadding to go inside. But this is the backing, the binding, and the front. $16.99. So which, and then the one that Jules, I like this one. Yeah. The one that Jules is now on Sunday, it was really weird. We did Janice was in. She wasn't very well on Sunday. She wasn't very well at all. She was fine for the second hour, but the first hour she was like very nervous. And yeah, but she didn't feel very well either. She's fine. It's nothing serious. And by the second hour, she was absolutely fine. But, oh yes, well, she's an accountant. She's having to do so much work as well at the moment, as well as do our work. We had a Beth Studley, like, case that you put your notepad in. And we had a green and yellow one, and we all went, oh, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. And then she made it out of a rose and pink one, and I wasn't too keen on the rose and pink one when it was in a bundle like this. When it went together, it looked so gorgeous. But this colourway works so beautifully. So you get your yellow stars. I've not seen that fabric before. Fat quarter of the yellow stars, a fat quarter of your green baby stars, a fat quarter of your white. Come on. A fat quarter of your like mint, and then 1.5 meters of lemon. So your binding will be in this, your backing will be in this, and then that will be your... There's nothing to stop you. Is there much of that left over?
A little bit of that left over.
Could you do a couple of squares? Would there be enough to do just a couple of squares? If you want to bring the back to the front as well, just do a couple of squares in that if you wanted to. That's rather gorgeous.
And also you can do some applique
Oh, there you
in
go.
that.
Most popular. What?
You can do your applique in that as well.
Oh, you do your applique,
if you wanted to,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah, if you do a applique on it. Then, now I think this one will be popular as well. 1.5 meters of the, I want to say lavender. Yes? Oh, it's lilac. Lilac. She says yes and then goes, no, it's not. It's right, so that is lilac, 1.5 meters. Fat quarter of white. I've not seen this star fabric before. Fat quarter in the grey star, fat quarter in the spot, and a fat quarter in the spot. Okay. Lovely little bundles, even if you're not going to get or make this project. If you think, I haven't got a child to make a lap quilt for or a baby quilt for, you could use that for other projects, couldn't you, as well? Now, this one, I think this one's quite elegant. Because, look, you get, it doesn't remind me of you, Hannah, at all. 1.5 meters of, what would you call that? Dark rose? Vegetarian what? A rose, right? Then you get a fat quarter of the, now that's the little stars that we saw earlier in both the lavender and the red, the rose. Then you get the white, and then you get the soft lavender. It's like a lavender quartz there, isn't it? I am loving the quartz. Oh, I got my name mentioned on a channel. You know Tony Denise that I used to work with? He sent out a message. Laura, the presenter, said, oh, Tony, do you know... He was in Brazil and Laura was in West London. She said, oh, do you know John Scott? He went, John and I have had a relationship for many years. I was like, tell him not to say that. Right.
So, quickly with the wadding.
Yes.
You know the wadding that we had on earlier, the 2-ounce wadding that I didn't like for the playmat?
Yes. No, you didn't like it. You preferred it.
Preferred it, yes. It was not, yes. Perfect size for this.
Oh, okay.
Exactly the right size for this.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. So that's the 2-ounce craft wadding earlier.
I like
but you
to
could
look
do,
for this.
if you've got some of your 1820 left over from another quilt, you could use that as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Like
It's it means it's not going to be too warm if you wrap your little one in it.
Oh,
So,
right. Okay.
But yeah, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. There it is, $4.99. It's the one we had earlier. It's somewhere around.
It's a lovely little project. It goes together really nicely.
Good.
Actually. And if you have got the book, if you're just getting the book and you're not getting anything else, then 5-inch squares is what you need. So charm pack size.
Oh, okay.
If you were kind of doing that. First thing I wanted to just mention was don't cut all of your fat quarters separately unless you're feeling a little bit unsure. Just cut them all at the same time.
Oh, what, so you put all 4 of them on top of each other?
If you just stroke your fabric, because we all like stroking our
Carol
fabric.
loves it when we stroke the fabric.
So you just stroke the fabric and make it kind of get static itself, and then as long as you've got a creative grip or something with a grip on it, it will cut nicely. So you.
I'll tell you what would be good. I had the guillotine. You know, it's not called the guillotine. It's called the Fiskars.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Long ruler,
Yeah,
6 inches wide. In fact, I cut 4.5-inch squares out of that, showing it the other day.
Yeah.
So that would work because that would mean it wouldn't move
Yeah,
as well.
and also the other thing is that obviously when you're cutting multiples, because you need to cut 16 from each fat quarter.
Right.
When you're cutting multiples, it's just so much easier to get things lined up and have them all kind of along together.
Yeah.
So you just do your squares.
So sorry, these are 5-inch squares, are they?
5-inch squares, yeah. I just wanted to do some cutting. That was
the blade wasn't.
The blade wasn't as good as it should be, but it was on the first bit. So that was just an aside.
Oh, okay. You've already cut yours out.
To start you off, yeah, just to start you off. So the first thing that you'll do is decide if you're going to put applique on it or not. You don't have to.
Right.
Makes it a little bit more interesting if you are. And if you are going to do that, just at the back,
Yeah.
you can put obviously whatever shapes you want on it. You can put your 1, 2, 3, your ABCs or what have you. But Wendy has put some nice little images at the back, so you can just get your Bonder web as per normal.
Bond web. Oh, is
Go-
Hannah not there? Okay, Bond web, please.
Go to your image, trace around your image. Once you've done that,
Oh, is the iron on?
yeah, but it was flat.
That's my fault.
We
That's
don't
my
be
fault.
wanting it flat. So just get your piece.
Is it definitely on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Just get your piece of fabric, whatever fabric it might be.
Yeah.
Bonder web. Oops. This sometimes happens with Bonder web when it's getting a little bit old, or if you've not put it back in your packet. So I know some people were having troubles with it.
Yeah.
Just literally iron down. Oh, I think
There you go, $2.99 for that. I don't think we've got the roll today, just the Bond web in the packet.
so I'll just switch that off because there's a bit of a leakage on. And then once you've done that, you won't want to see me cutting out, but literally you'll just be cutting out and around.
Yeah.
And then that piece, you will cut out a bit more exactly than that, peel that side off, put it to your square, and then iron it flat. So I've ironed a letter on that because that's what I got.
Yeah.
And then you can attach it however you want to. So you could, if you leave it just like that, you might get some fraying of it. So I probably wouldn't do that. I've just laced up a needle so that I can show you can do a blanket stitch around it.
Right.
But you can go onto your machine and do it if you want to.
Well, that one does a few blanket stitches. That's
Yeah.
exciting. So you do this before you do anything. Well, after you've cut your 5-inch squares out, you have to decide how many of them you want to pattern, which
Yeah.
ones you want, if any at all.
Or if, yeah.
And then, or if you're going to spell a name or something like that, just do them all at this point before you do anything else.
Yeah. I mean, you end up with 64 squares.
Yeah.
So I did 8 out of the 64. And then just, if you want to do a blanket stitch, you just go around the edges. I'm sure people know how to do a blanket stitch, but across, down and through, and then just take it all the way round. And that'll be your square prepped.
Yeah. Or you could use a satin stitch or anything off any machine you want off the...
On these, I went to town with my machine and decided that I was going to do a different stitch around each one. So
you could do them in different colours. You could do. It's up to you how much you want to decorate and how much you don't want to decorate, isn't it?
Absolutely. And if you don't want to put the faces on them, you don't have to. But if you do, obviously, when you transferred your Bonder web, you just need to make sure that you've got then a friction pen that you draw on the faces with.
Yeah, there's no letters in the Wendy's book, but if you go onto the internet and you can put just free downloads and just get letters, alphabet, template alphabets. There's loads, and you can print them off to get one because this one hasn't got them in at the moment.
I was gonna say
I
there's
just think it'd be quite
numbers.
nice, to put the child's name on or something like that, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
you could do. And the challenge that I found was, and I always find this, was being random. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of had them on the table and
So
just
there's no
picked up-
pattern, there's no
No,
order
not
to
unless,
follow.
I mean, if you wanted it to be, you
Yeah.
could, because the way that you're going to put them together, you're going to put them together into 2s, then into 4s, then into 8s, and then on your rows.
Okay.
So your 2, then your 4,
Yeah.
and then you would have your 8, and then your row,
Yeah.
and then your rows, 3 rows down. So
So do you mean to put 2 dark blues together then?
I was being random,
Okay.
and that's how it came out.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I don't like that.
The
I'd
thing
rather
is, I
change
can be
it.
random. I can be random, but then I have to change it.
Yes, you have a kind of play around
Yeah.
with it, don't you? So these are all your squares, and depending on how you want to do it, I've got some numbers on these. So I've got my 4 colours, and then you'll have your lemon colour on this particular colourway for the backing and the binding. On the one that I did here, we were adjusting the quantities in the kits at the time, so I only had 1 metre for the back.
Right.
So just be a little bit aware that if you're going to do this, cut your back, cut your binding, and then
what
use
you've
it
got
if you want to. Yeah.
Okay.
So I did a
is the
scrappy.
finished? I should be able to work that out.
It does tell you on there. It's 34-inch square or 86.5 inch, 86.5 centimetres.
Okay, what's the square? How big is the square?
5 inch.
Yeah, so...
And then obviously you've got your half.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 1/4 of an inch, and they should go together fairly well because obviously you've only just cut them. So you want 1/4 of an inch seam. So if you sew, I'll sew a few, and then I'll just show you how you can match your seams up.
Yeah. So you're randomly just sewing any two together.
Yeah, and also from the point of view of the direction on your letters or numbers or animals or whatever it is you're doing on there, then that's what you do as well. Just make it random, and they're topsy-turvy. It doesn't matter which way you put them down. So I'm chain piecing, which means that I'm not going to cut the thread in between. Although on this machine, it doesn't make any difference. You don't have to. But
Yeah.
I suppose it's what you get used to doing. So I would do your whole wodge of squares first of all, put them into twos.
It's a bit like Cara Vorderman doesn't do it anymore, does she? One from the top,
yes.
Two from the middle. Oh, that's when she does her number one, isn't it?
Selecting on your...
Is it? Well, I believe Anne Robinson's taken over now, isn't she, as the main presenter on Countdown?
Because didn't the other lady go off and have a baby? Rachel
Riley. Oh, didn't she have a baby with one of the dancers or the skaters or something? She was. It was
a dance, wasn't it?
Strictly Come Dancing person.
Right,
Excuse me.
So you'll go along and you'll do all of those.
Yeah.
And this will come together quite quickly, actually. So we'll stop there and lose my thread again. Right. Okay. So get those and then just snip in between. And then what you'll do is you want to have these and you want to iron the seams open and flat.
Open, you say?
Open and flat. Just because if you're being random, you don't know where you're going to be matching it up to. Yeah. So what I mean by that is just getting in between your seam pieces here.
Oh, so you need that clover finger, isn't it? What are you eating? Well, Hannah's just eating her lunch now.
Oh, bless her.
Well, she normally eats about 9:15, so she's got a bit late, 3:20 today. No. But on a normal day, she has her lunch and her chocolate and everything by the time we've gone on it.
Look, it was a nice lunch, wasn't it? That she was going to have, yeah.
No, I saw it with chips from Greg's. Oh, that was a snack. Her potato wedges were a snack earlier. So lunch is...
She's a growing girl, bless her.
Sweet potato. What is else in there? Quinoa. Chicken, broccoli and... Oh, do you know what? I made a soup last night. And I just thought at the end, I'll just put a little bit of chilli in it just to give it a kick, right? And I sat down and I've turned into this... This is why I'm not going to cope when lockdown finishes, because I make my... Hello? I make my soup, right? I make my food and I put it on my little Buddha tray and then I walk through like a little old man like this to the lounge and I sit down on the sofa and I just sit there and eat my food like that all on my own and everything. Anyway, I made this lovely soup last night, put some chilli in, was eating away thinking, oh, it's lovely, I can't really taste the chilli, and then suddenly... Either the chilli or chilli seeds, I think, got stuck at the back of my throat. And I was like, and you know, it takes your breath away completely. And I was sitting there thinking, oh no, the house is a mess. I can't die now because they'll all think I'm dreadful. But I couldn't breathe. It was and I got my water and was trying to drink it down and it wouldn't go down. Oh,
going into
word.
because you should have had milk.
Oh, have I spilled all time?
Oh, bless you. You should have had milk or something.
What?
You should have had milk or something, not water.
I don't drink. Oh!
Oh, hello.
I don't drink milk. I don't do dairy.
What you want is something that's a bit more viscous,
right?
As opposed
custard,
or oat milk. Do you have oat milk? And
yeah, I have
like
oat milk and soya milk. Yeah.
So soya milk, because the water just like inflames it and makes it swish down.
Well, I couldn't even get off the sofa. I was so panicking that I was choking.
That's why if you go into an Indian restaurant when we could, they'll give you. Is it called laxi? I think it's like a milk drink that they have. Yeah. There you go, font of. So I've just matched the seams there.
Yeah. So you're sewing it together in fours in a square, not in a long line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you'll make square blocks
Yeah.
first. And I suppose if you didn't want, so if you like the pattern but you didn't want to make a lap quilt,
Yeah.
you could just make cushions if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
Or you could, even if you
runner.
bought 2 bundles, you could go twice as big, couldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the colourway that you've got on the wall is, and I don't mean to be gender what's again, but it's very boyish, isn't it? You
Yes.
could do that for a boy.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a football, and put footballs or something like that in the squares. or
Yeah.
something. I'm not saying that girls can't like football, but I'm just saying some boys wouldn't want the lilac and pink one or the yellow and green one, would they? But that kind of, you could make that for a lad sort of thing.
Yeah.
couldn't you?
These are very spring-like, aren't they? That's what I thought
Yes,
when I.
yeah. Oh,
when
yeah,
I
this
had
is very
this.
tulips. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if Davinia's still watching. Davinia sent me 100 tulips as a present last year.
Oh,
and I planted them all in pots. And they're all planted on the same day. And some are this big and some are this big. And I was like, oh, what have I done wrong? Then Laurie messaged in saying, did you put them in upside down? And I was like, oh, I didn't know yet. Anyway, I think there might be miniature
Dwarf ones.
daffodils.
Oh.
Because the little ones are all this big, all in flower. They're beautiful, but they're only that tall.
Well, are
And
they
then there's
daffodil
other-
colours though? Are
Is
they
it what?
Are they yellow?
Yeah, the proper daffodil
Oh.
in a proper daffodil colour. But in the pot, some are this tall and some are that tall. So I think they're a mixture.
So daffodils, not tulips.
No, daffodils. Did
Oh, I
say
thought you said tulips.
No, I don't
Oh,
like tulips.
it's
Well, I
worse,
like tulips in a
confusing.
vase. No, but
Yeah.
daffodil, I love daffodils.
Yeah, they're very cheerful, aren't
Yes, yeah, I think they're, because for £1 you can brighten up your whole room, can't you, with one of those little bunches.
they? Panned.
Band.
Right. Okay. So there you go. You got the blocks of 4, and then you'll just do same sort of thing.
Oh, now look, you're going to get 2 greens together again.
Oh look, yeah. You see, random doesn't work for me then, does it?
No, just twist it round one.
No.
No, because you get 2
No.
pale greens. Twist it around the next one. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's still random, but I don't know if I'd want 2 together.
Yeah. It's kind of yeah. And yes, we pin it all.
And then you don't want it to be 2, you don't want to go red, blue, white, dark blue, red, blue, white, dark blue, because then that's going to look...
Too regimented,
Yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, Alison Marion's messaged in. Mango lassi, Jules, it's delicious.
Well done. That's yeah.
So
I
it's
knew
not
it
a
was
drink, it's not milk then, it comes from a mango, or is it milk and
you
mango
put,
mix?
It's mango, and I think it's mixed with a milk or a paneer or something like that.
Oh, but that's cheese, isn't it, in India, paneer?
But isn't that like a buttermilky kind of thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not 100. I'm not over. Drink it, but I don't know quite
Yeah,
what it is.
why should you if you like it? Doesn't matter. Tete-a-tete apparently are miniature daffodils. Oh, there you go. I took a picture actually.
Well done with your cakes, by the way, Alison. They look beautiful.
Did she make them, do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's what Vix was saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Did you make them, Alison Marion? Bebe?
Bebe. Right. Okay. So.
Oh,
your
yeah, it's
ca- your-
buttermilk. She said, yeah, it's mixed with buttermilk.
See, know
Yeah.
something. Right. I've gone whizzing along, haven't I?
You have?
Sorry.
We're not even halfway
Sorry.
through the show
Sorry.
yet.
We'll
It's all
just
right.
talk about something else then.
Yeah.
So this is. I've now got 3 rows together. But actually, I thought I'd do this so that you can get the full effect because it
Yeah.
was really pretty.
Yeah.
So I did those 2 sewn together, those 2 sewn together, 2, 2, 2, 2,
Yeah.
and then you sew all of the.
Is that all of them?
That's 3/4 of
Oh,
them.
okay, I was gonna say.
And then I've got the remainder here, which I can carry on
Okay.
sewing.
Yeah,
together.
the only trouble is you've sewn those on your machine at home.
Yes,
And
the
it's gonna have a
quarter seams are
different
different.
quarter
Yeah, yeah. So that's where you'll get to with your thing.
Yeah, lovely.
So then what you'll do is you'll have your wadding and you'll have your backing.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll put your wadding, sorry, your backing, you will have right side down.
Also, because it's only 36 inches wide, or however many inches wide, there's no seams or anything you're backing, because the backing will be 44 inches wide,
Yeah.
won't it? So you've got plenty of space to put it down.
Yeah. And it's very the thing that I did think about, so on this one I did the binding, so your regular binding, but if you decided that you didn't really want to do a binding, the other thing that I thought, because everything was so perfectly matching from the point of view of the size,
Yeah.
with the 2 ounce wadding, you could actually do it where you have your wadding. So let me think the right way around. So you have them face together. So you have your wadding underneath there.
Yeah,
You'll have your backing face down on here.
yeah.
You sew all the way round and leave a turning gap.
Right.
And then turn the whole lot through, so you don't actually have a binding. So your front to back is just a single seam, such as this. And then you turn it around and it would be that away kind of thing. So you'd have that on the edge with the backing at the back. And then just do a top stitch all the way around. And that would give you a different finish on it.
Yeah, also, who did we do the other day? Because you got enough fabric, we did the backing so it was much bigger. And then it created a binding as you brought it round.
Yeah, you could do that on this as well.
Yeah.
So
because you've got enough of the backing to do that.
You have. So all you do on the backing is have it 2 inches bigger, fold over an inch, and then fold over the inch. So effectively, you've got the binding attached to either side.
Yeah.
So you could do that, and you could do the mitre corner on that as well if you wanted to. But yeah, sorry. That's. Shall I show you how you would do a binding then?
Oh yeah. Also, what were you saying earlier about matching the seams?
Yeah, you don't really need to worry too much because you'll be everything is squared up. All the blocks are squared up.
Yeah.
So you're just matching all the seams. If you've opened them, made them all open and flat, then they sew together really well.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So if you were going to do a binding, then you would take your strip of fabric, which would be 2 or 2.5 inches. I think I did a 2-inch binding. So you start off with it at 2 inches.
Is there much of the fat quarter left? Any of the fat quarter fabrics left?
There are slithers of it. So
slithers wide enough to make scrappy binding?
Yes. Yeah.
Because it'd be quite nice on a scrappy binding as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you've done?
Yeah, because I didn't have enough backing in the bit that I was sent.
Yeah.
So I had enough to do, I think I got 2 2-inch pieces of the grey, which was the backing fabric.
Oh, because you only sent a metre of it. You get 1.5 metres in your bundle.
We altered the amounts. But then, yes, I had enough of each fabric. I didn't use the white because what I did with the white was this.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to use and do a scrappy binding, you would have enough.
Also, we haven't got them here to show them on air, but if you wanted different coloured fat quarters, I don't know if they're still there, on the website, on pre-order, there's only a couple left. That's why we've not brought them out, because so many sold while the show was going on. There's a couple of bundles of fat quarters that you can get, which you could then use as your binding or your scrappy binding or your applique or something like that, couldn't you? What's the matter, Hannah? All for different projects. Oh yeah, no, all for different projects. But I just think if you want to introduce a couple of other colours, then we did have the reason we would have had them here, but during the show, so many sold. There's only a couple of each left, so we just thought I'll just mention it. You can go to the website underneath. They're on pre-order, so you need to press on watch the show live and go to pre-order. They'll be underneath there. Right, binding.
So if you were going to do a scrappy binding, so you take 2 inches of each of your fabrics, and what you're going to do is join them on the diagonal. So if you have the bottom one right face up, the top one right face down, so right sides together, and then you're going to be sewing across this diagonal here. So you can draw it on if you want to, or you could just fold it over if you wanted to. So you're just making a square there. So we'll get it underneath. And
Claire said the self-binding was Yvonne Macadamia Nut last week. Oh no, she was on yesterday, wasn't she, without me, I noticed. Well, no, it's only because I thought she was going to be on with me, but it's because I normally do a Tuesday, and obviously I didn't do Tuesday this week, so Macatamney. Macadamia nut. What did you say, Paul? Oh, I thought I was going to say you said something rude then.
You? Rude?
Not me, little Paul.
Ah, well.
I'm never rude, me.
And then we'll just open that out. And
Bernie thinks it's a lovely happy play mat.
Yes.
Susan loves scrappy bindings and it gets rid of all the scraps. Indeed it does. So what you're doing, so you've sewn it together.
So sewn it together and then you'll fold it in half. And I didn't really measure this properly. I think I've got it on a twist. A little bit of a twist on that one. Because, well, it is the edge, look. Can you see? It's the selvage edge. So I think I've got it on a bit of a twist, but you get the general idea. This is your ad hoc bit. I didn't realise I would be so speedy. Normally I'm very slow.
Don't worry, we've got loads to talk about. Got the competitions to talk about. Still got the book to go through. Don't worry at all.
So that would be you with your binding. Obviously, you'll press that.
Yeah.
And then when you're starting off, you'll fold under about 1/2 inch. So that's your one end. Then you fasten the binding to... I normally start about halfway down a side on a seam, if I can. Just because I think it matches up that line if it's going across. So you will just want to pop a pin in. So the right side of the binding is to the right side of the fabric. Pop a pin in at the beginning and then go down about 4 to 6 inches and pop another pin in.
Okay.
So we're not going to sew that yet.
Right.
Then we'll sew all the way round. And then you'll do your mitering on the corner. So if I go up to the corner and I'll show you a mitre.
David thinks it was Delphine who did the binding, the bagging out binding. Oh, and Hannah thought it was Wendy Orlando.
We probably do it quite a lot, actually. So.
Yeah, no, there was one specifically that we just did on one of my shows, literally in the last week or so.
Oh, okay.
The joys of getting old, eh?
So go up to your corner. I've got 1/4 inch going on. So stop 1/4 inch from the corner.
Yeah.
Don't cut your thread off. Lift up. And so now what you'll do is you'll take your binding and you'll go up away from the quilt and make a diagonal. So it goes through that corner and then you'll come back down again.
Yeah.
So hold it with your finger and you want it parallel to the top of the corner. So the corner that you've just sewn up to.
It was Alice and Marion doing the winter quilt, apparently.
Lots of people are doing it. It's very popular.
That's Alice and Marion saying that.
Oh.
Was it that? Alice and Marion? Marion, Alice and Mama, baby? Claire says, I wasn't sure. My memory's just not what it used to be. No, mine neither. Oh, scared Margaret. John, I just stuffed a few marshmallows in my mouth when you asked, what are you eating? I honestly thought you were talking to me. Oh, Margaret and Canty Down. I was Margaret, I can see you. And go put some clothes on.
So that's what your corner will look like, and that's what your mitre is
Never
look
rude,
like.
just risque. Don't be writing things like that, I'll get into trouble. Who's that from? Jan in Lancashire. What's that face she's put on afterwards?
Oh, it's gone now.
It's gone now. Oh, it's be on my screen, hang on.
And then you fold it back
over. Oh, it's a smiley face. I thought it was a zipped up lip face. Go on.
Fold it over and then you'll whip stitch it together, or you can go around and stitch in the ditch if you want to.
Yeah.
But when you come back to this end, you'll just, as you're sewing along here, take that pin out, tuck that piece in, and then sew it across. And that'll be finishing your binding.
Brilliant. It was Alice Marion, says Anne Bird, but then David Lewis says, was it the day Delphine did her train cushion? What was the other thing she did on that? It could have been. I can't remember.
So many things have gone on.
Yes, too much. Right, okay, let me just go through the bundles. Let's start with the one we're working with. Oh, and it's the most popular. So you get 1.5 meters of your soft lemon. Loads of these in baskets.
Leave that out.
There you go. So you get 1.5 meters of that. You get a fat quarter of your sunshine yellow with the big white star. You get a fat quarter of your mint, a fat quarter of your white, and a fat quarter of your little stars, little white stars on like a soft mint green. 16. But now the thing is, even if you're not going to use Wendy's book or any project like that, that's a lovely little bundle to have in your stash, isn't it? For $16.99. Lovely present for somebody. Loads of those in baskets. Please make sure you check out. Okay, just Hannah says, put it in your basket, doesn't mean anything. Shows us you're interested, but not until, like on the Long River, it's not yours till you check out. Right, then let's go to the one that Jules has made already. So you get 1.5 meters of the dark grey. Lovely little bundle, this one. Then you've got the red polka. You've got the blue, why did I say polka? Polka. Polka. Navy stars and plain white. 16.99. Okay, then we've got the lavender and lilac one. So you get 1.5 meters of your lilac, as our friend Caroline Lindsay would say. Lilac. And she was talking about, what was the pink gemstone? Lavender, lilac and cherry blossom pink. What was that? Was that kunzite? Can't remember now. Anyway, this, sorry? No. I think it was kunzite that, because you get the 3 different colours.
Yeah.
Was it kunzite? You get the you know about gemstones as well, don't you? Yeah, we all met. Paul, Hannah and I all met working in jewellery. But before that, in London, before Hannah and Paul joined, we set the company up in London. So that's where we all started. Anyway, so you get 1.5 meters of your lilac. Oh, yeah, and Paul worked at Gems before, Rocks & Co. So 16.99. You also get, now would you call that light teal? Then you get your lavender. Then you get, no, it was a rhetorical question, Hannah. I wasn't talking to you. And then you get your grey. Oh dear, it's all going horribly wrong this afternoon. And then you've got your white fat quarters. Apparently I was nasty in a dream last night. Now I'm nasty in real life. I dropped a puppy and it turned into a cat and it was wedged behind a building. And I said, leave it there, it'll be fine. There we go. Was it in Birmingham then, the film? The film? It wasn't a film, it was a dream. Oh, in a country lane? Oh, dear.
It gets curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah, doesn't it? When she told me this morning, I thought she meant it was in like inner city Birmingham. Right, rose, 1.5 meters. Very soft lavender there. Then you've got your white. Then these are little stars on this one. Gorgeous little stars. On the red, on the lavender and the kind of brick red or dark rose. 16.99. Yeah, who was it asked to look at the book? Janice asked to look around the book. I'll do that for you now, my love. Not our Janice. Not our Janice. What? Oh, Tricia asked about backing out the quilt, did she? Oh, she thinks it was Alice Marion as well. Alison. Marion Alison. Alison Marion. Nobody can talk this afternoon. It's been too long a day. Here we go then. Wendy Gardner. This is the first time you've seen this at Sewing Street. Wendy Gardner, our very own presenter. 10.99. Fun with fat quarters. Right, there we go. Now, what I love about this book, old photo, must say. Well, I say it's about everybody, don't I, in their books? Right, so what's fantastic about this is, look at how much, there we go, all of this section up to page 38 is all about applique, adding piping. It's all the techniques you might need. They're all transferable between different projects, aren't they? Adding trims, using twin needles, creating button loops, creating button holes, adding a zip, quilting. That gets 4 pages. Patchwork and patchwork inspiration. Then you've got here, you've got all the things you need to know about your workroom tools. Materials. What's a fat quarter? And the introduction. But then the projects, where did I say? Page 38. Here you go, projects. Fabulous flowers. Suffolk puffs. Drawstring bags with a bikini or a pair of shoes. That's a bit like, that's Hannah's word for it. And she also says vanilla for vanilla. Reversible bag. It was that itsy ditsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot. Doesn't, see, say bikini. When you sing the song, you can say it. Right, quilted cosmetic bag. Should we look back at the book? Doorstop. Party clutch. Well, we don't go to parties anymore, do we? Soon. It'll be so strange, won't it? Just to go to the pub or go to the restaurant or retro mini pinny. Paul will stay at home with his retro mini pinny on. Only the pinny. No, you've got your garden to sort out, Paul.
You might be doing that in his pinny.
Sorry, what's that?
Might do that in his pinny.
He might do that in his pinny. He doesn't like gardening. He likes to look at it. He bought the house, didn't realise how big a garden he'd got. And didn't it, Paul? When you first bought the house, you thought it had a garden like that, and then you got the man to clear it, and it goes back and back and back and back and back. Diamond star mat. Al fresco placemat. I wonder if I've ordered a new recycle bin, because we now only because we have stickers now to put on a bin. The bin man will only take the ones with the stickers on of the people who've paid for because you have to now pay for recycling in Warwickshire. So, well, apparently in Gloucestershire they've paid for it for ages. I was saying to Dulcie, yeah, the green bin. Anyway, so I went to stick my sticker on and I thought, my green bin's got great big splits down the side. And last time I rang, they said, you've got to buy one if you want to replace it. So I rang up and I said, oh, I'd like to buy one. She went, oh, no, we could just deliver it. So I've got to leave it outside the front of my building and then they'll swap it for a brand new one. Disappearing 9-patch bag. Draft excluder. That's a nice door, isn't it? Pillow with piping. Baby playmat. Oh, now Susan, you can't send the baby in baby entry competition.
You can't send the baby in.
The baby entry in, you need to email it. The only way that can be accepted is email. I'll tell you what we're talking about in a second. Oh, no, hang on. Do you mean Guess the Baby? That's on Facebook. Oh, and people have emailed as well, have they? Okay, we've got a picture. Oh, hang on. What was that picture? Okay, we had a picture of the bottom of a dog sent in early. We don't know why. Right, there are 2 competitions. Well, there's 3 competitions. The first one, you can win a ruler, right, a Stripology ruler. This is the one you can only enter by email. And what you need to do is, Vicky is obviously having her baby very soon. You have to guess the baby's gender. I think it's a girl. Weight, I think it's £8 8 ounces. Birth date, I think it's 2nd of April. And then the birth time, I think it'll be like 6 or 7 in the morning. I'm not allowed to enter, but you can. You just send all your guesses to studio@sewingstreet.com and they go into a special file. And when Vix eventually does give birth... Well, no, because elephants... No.
Months,
watching the zoo programme, they all have different... Monkeys are only 4 months.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Vix is an elephant, honestly.
You'd get hung, wouldn't you?
Do what?
You'd get hung, wouldn't you?
Yeah, shit, wouldn't. No. Anyway, that's one competition. The second competition is you don't have to do anything apart from buy something. Everybody who buys something up until midnight tonight, your name, whether it's from the telly or whether from the website or anything like that, everybody who buys something today, your name will go into a virtual hat and one name will be pulled out and that one person will win this. It's the Tula Pink design roll. It is the jelly-filled quilt book. And it's a log cabin trim tool from, it is a Creative Grids. Yeah, Creative Grids. That's worth a fortune. All you need to do is buy something. You don't have to put in a code. You don't have to do anything like that at all. But the other one, which is just for fun, is guess. Now, these are all people who you have seen on air at Sewing Street. So it might be a presenter, it might be a guest expert, it might be somebody who's wandered on. I don't think there's one of Hayley, is there? Is there one of Hayley?
Person.
No, Hayley just wanders on shouting normally. Okay, oh no, is that true? So they didn't take pictures of Hayley when she was a baby because they said we can't bother, she looks just like her sister. That's not, well, see, she and I, that's why we're both traumatised as adults, right? Oh. Here you go, number 1. Everyone thinks number 1's you.
Really?
Is number 1 you?
I couldn't possibly say.
You couldn't possibly say. We guessed number 2 was who that was. I don't know who 3 is. Is it obvious? Oh, I would never have guessed that. Oh. And then 4 is obvious, isn't it? And then let's carry on to number 5. Vix is number 6. Vix has already said she's number 6, so I'm not giving anything away. Who's number 9? No. Has Elliot got... Hang on, has Elliot done one? No, Elliot's not number 7. That's taken in the 1930s, that, wasn't it? No, I think Elliot's number 8. Who is number 8? Oh, yeah, we knew that. We knew who that was. Right, next one. Which one's that? You see, surely it should be in black and white, number 10. Yeah, it should be chalk and slate. Little Paul said that, not me, if Wendy, if you... Oh, look, that's it. I've now said it was. Right, number 12 is obvious. Number 12's not Delphine. Number 13 is such a glamorous picture. Look at number 14, Hannah. Well, how come your hair's changed colour so much?
That's a sister's picture.
Huh?
That's a sister's picture.
No, that's Hannah. That's not Hayley,
No.
That's Hannah. Right, and then the next one. So who's number 16? Who is it? I can't hear you. Who is it, number 16? Oh! I'm really sorry. Got a bit hysterical. Anyway, moving on. Who's 17? They're really cute, look. Oh, is it? Yeah. And then number 19's obvious as well. Oh, you don't think 19's obvious? Or maybe I'm thinking it's the wrong person. Who is it then? Yeah, no, I think that's obvious, that one. Who's number 15? Oh. And the naked boy in the paddling pool, don't know who that little hunk is. Oh. It is me. No, it is me. It is me. It is me. But then you haven't seen the rest of the picture, right? In that deck chair to the left, right? My dad's sitting there with these like aviator glasses, like really, really cool, like that. And then my mum's in her 50s. Oh no, it wasn't the 50s, was it? 60s, early 60s skirt. And it's when we lived in Duxford, right? And remember I told you about we lived in a hangar, like a hangar building on the airfield that used to freeze over. The toilet would freeze over, the sinks would freeze over, the windows freeze over. And then when they did the Battle of Britain film, the house was called Ponderosa. And when the film The Battle of Britain, you see our house, we'd moved obviously by then, being blown up. Yeah?
It was that bad?
It was that bad. Well, it was a corrugated shed. We lived in... my dad was in the RAF and we had to be on the airfield.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Anyway, listen, what shall I do now? Best laugh I've had for ages, says Dennis. Thank you, John and crew. Wish we could have you more all day. Glenn says, yes, that would be fun to that. I need a holiday. I certainly do. I certainly do, Glennis. Right. I've got 6 minutes. What 6 minutes?
Well, I've almost finished the quilt now.
Oh, brilliant.
I've just sewn all the other bits together.
Yeah.
I've done some very ropey embroidery on the machine. Didn't test my
Well, why
tension.
don't you carry on stitching that? Have we got a menu for tomorrow? Let's do tomorrow's menu then, because there's only 5 hours again tomorrow. 5 hours again tomorrow. So it's Vix tomorrow, and 8 o'clock she's got Thursday tropical treats. What's the matter? Oh, the one day I've got to rush off, Elliot. Hannah just said, oh, is he in trouble, meaning me? And then she glared at me through the window. And yeah, anyway, next hour. Everybody shirt with Alice and Marion. Everybody shirt. What does that mean? Anybody like boys and girls and tall and thin and Paul? Yeah, Paul. Sashko and embroidery at 10 o'clock. Then the baby cuddle nest with Alice and Marion said, Mama Bebe, more baby stuff. And then at 12 o'clock, sewing room tools. So that's tomorrow, Thursday. So it's Vix and Alice and Marion tomorrow, and there'll be Kat in there and Elliot in there. There was something else I need to say. So we're not back till Friday. Hannah and I are back on Friday and Saturday. Who have we got on Friday and Saturday now? I've got to think. Oh, when do Orlando on Saturday? When do Orlando Saturday? Just said that. Oh, this is this Friday. Oh, I didn't realise it was that close. I knew she was coming in again quite soon. Catherine Wright on Friday. She'll be doing 2 hours on Sewing Street and 1 hour on Yarn Lane. And she's doing Mummy and Me or whatever it's called. So she's got knits that'll for an adult. Say that, and it's more toddlers than babies. Yeah, it's more toddlers. How are you doing with that?
Yeah, done.
Oh, it's done. Done.
Done.
And I
All
can see
bar
2
the
yellow
things.
ones together.
Yes. All 3 there, look. It's hopscotch.
Oh, no, I like that. I like that. But you've got 2 solid ones here.
Got
2
2
yellows
greens.
there together.
Yeah. I don't think random's for me.
No.
Got 2 letters, X.
Oh, yeah, the lights have gone on, which means it's last orders or last dance. We have a last smoochy dance now, if it was in real life. Why have they just come on then? Did Elliot lean against the wall like that? Oh, Elliot's not even in there. Oh, okay. We are having major issues today. I'm so sorry it's been so this afternoon. What this afternoon's been like. Right, Jackie says, such a good laugh. When we emigrated to Australia in 1969, or in the 60s, we lived in an old army metal hut. Oh, my word. How old does he say he is? Who? Right, Helen, very quickly. How old does he say he is? Who's that? Suzanne's not done anything all day. It's been a delight. Really enjoyed this afternoon. It's been brilliant today. Thank you. Helen, who are you asking about? Me? You asking about me? Oh, no, because I said that picture was in the 50s. Now, I wasn't born in the 50s, Helen. I was born in 1960. We've got 2 minutes to fill now. So any more messages? I can't show you any more bundles. Oh, there you go. The book. There you go. So it's really good value, actually, for all those projects, $10.99. Now, anything that's been up for sale today, it's all on the website underneath. Remember, everyone who buys something, and it goes till midnight tonight, and you buy something before midnight tonight, you will get your name put in the drawer. Yeah, your number will go, no, not your number. Your name will go into a virtual hat. Dear me. I had a good night's sleep last night as well.
That's what it was. Too much.
I've been overwhelmed with Hannah's chips that she had at lunchtime. Oh, Elliot's back now. Elliot, why is that light gone on? Anyway, if you've seen anything you like today, please go to the website, check it out. If you've got anything in your basket, please check it out. Vixie's 4 hours was so busy this morning that if you haven't checked everything out, then you might miss out. Also on the Yarn Lane website, everything that we had from Yarn Lane, the ones that haven't sold out are still there, but you do need to go to Yarn Lane for that. But don't forget, we had an hour of Yarn Lane on Sewing Street as well today. That's not going to happen again. So basically, if you just go onto both websites and just double check. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go now. Thank you for your company. I hope you've laughed a lot. Thank you for all your messages for Vic. She's going to be over. She'll be in tears. She and Kieran will be at home now reading them all in tears because there were so many lovely messages for her. She's not leaving today. They just had the baby shower today. She'll be leaving, I presume, at the end of next month or 3/4 of the way through next month. Actually, it's next month, next week, isn't it? Winter March next week. Oh, no, Monday. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you, Jules,
Very
for
welcome.
your
Thank you, everyone.
being here and everything. When are you in next? Do you know?
12th of March, I think.
12th of March. We will see you. I'll see you on Friday. Be here tomorrow for Vix and Marion, Alison, Mary and Mama.